Before I actually get into a recap, I'm going to cover something really quick, boys, for you. Uh, for the 2 downtime actions everyone had between missions, they kind of collectively all decided that they would put one of those 2 actions into one big assistance and throwing a big kick-ass party and schmoozing at that party extremely well. And this actually had an extremely good effect of basically meaning that Kepra, the planet that they did it on, and all of the stuff that you just did, is now basically a permanent safe harbor where you have a good reputation, and that's
Oh,
like
cool.
valuable for ages. You have another downtime action you can do.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me see.
And while you think about that, I'll go ahead and just quickly describe that more or less what happened last time was pretty much just that. It was a short session of the fallouts and results of finishing up that mission. It turns out like a real trial that just getting that evidence and submitting it is not going to actually solve the problem immediately. And it's going to be done over the course of years, in fact. So you're likely going to end up getting called back onto Kepra at some point for more work down the line.
Okay.
And meanwhile, that extremely good party as in Celebration did happen and go down. And that's where that came from. The good stuff. Meanwhile, Newbie set up more of his branch office of True Jersey Manufacturers, where he is now technically a manager and can hire and fire people. Something he still does not understand.
Most importantly, we got a Nielsen teenager a job.
Teenager
Yeah.
is in fact officially
Nice.
employed now, yes. He's employed. He's not allowed to go out on field missions anymore, though. At least not for now. He has to go study for the bar.
I'm gonna use a get focused action to learn how to box.
Oh, okay.
Space boxing.
Which this, yeah, get
Hell
focus
yeah.
doesn't require you to roll anything. That's just you get the
Yeah.
that is a thing. Okay. So Salt and Peppa starts to learn to punch real good, I guess. And is it like real full regular boxing? Or are you doing actual sport boxing and everything?
Yeah, sports boxing.
Nice. All right. Got that big and compact, but compact still frame and everything. Probably pretty good for the boxing.
Fortunately, this week the gym has drifted back into existence.
Yes.
True.
Attempting to map the hold on, the consultation was not a full success immediately. And that's okay. It doesn't have to be. It will be soon, hopefully.
I think the ship is slowly rotating on one or more higher dimensional axes. Look, if you look at the projections here, I've got some cubes.
Now, this is a Taurus space station, of course, and like most toroids, it does have 3 or 4 axes of rotation. Possibly up to 7. Who knows? Okay, and then the other part of it was that I literally just randomly rolled for the missions following up on the that would be made up next. And I actually followed through on those. I do, in fact, have both of them planned, one of which is fully prepared. After asking last time, the one that was decided to come up first was like an investigation on a space station in orbit around the planet Chumbort, because it happens to be close by, and they received a request of investigation that was going on over there. So, let me go ahead and read out something about that. Chumbort is a relatively large, high gravity, 1.2 G, so larger than Earth size, super Earth, wet terrestrial planet with a highly active magnetosphere that causes it to experience extensive violet storms daily in its extensive wetlands surrounded by ocean. It also makes it have very highly active Van Allen belts with little permanent residence in orbit around the planet because of it, because there is a whole lot of solar radiation that's just trapped in the belts surrounding the planet, uh, which has both a ring system and an outer external sort of asteroid belt around it that's called the Moon Belt, because it has a lot of relatively large satellites in addition to a lot of tiny asteroids that surround it as well. There's little permanent residence in orbit around the planet, but a lot of temporary residence because there's a lot of mining to be done on asteroids, especially ones that are so close to a planet in the first place. And confusingly, there's actually a lot of radioactives in these asteroids, even though in real life, radioactives are rarely found in asteroids and meteorites of any kind, really. Or at least not more than just in very sparse quantities. But for whatever reason, they do here. Just one of those weird quirks of space. And that's the primary thing that's mined on these. Contact was lost with the mining station that I'm talking about here about 3.5 weeks ago, just under a month. An investigation was sent out to figure out what's going on up there, and they also lost contact with that investigation. So you're actually Team 2 going in and checking this out. Exactly why in the world is communication just be stopped? The investigation team that went in was an eclectic and weird different bunch of mechs. One with a powerful laser, a hacking mech that heated things up immensely, an enormous mech, as in size 3 enormous, with a shotgun, and a unique mech that's not found as a standard model that has an enormously powerful railgun capable of punching through the station ship should the need arise, a precaution in case the station needed to be destroyed. Who knows? It's just a precaution.
As a side question, are we getting this briefing from someone, or are you just telling us this?
You're getting briefed from Moonxian, but I'm just not doing it in character.
Oh, okay.
It's easier to present the information not in character is all.
That is fair.
Also because I wrote it down not in character. I'm reading off of a thing I wrote.
As you do.
Mm-hmm. So the Chum board is also just making sure to mention the politics, at least a little bit of this. It's ruled by the Vladimir family, currently led by Alexeyev Vladimir. That's Vladimir, Pladimir.
Are these people cool, or are they also
they're
despots, kind of?
Actively opposed to the khakis, so there's that at least, which is a good quality to be. However, who knows exactly what their internal politics make them acceptable or not. They are still a barony, so Trumbor doesn't have the same legacy as Kepra, at least, as being a, well, more or less a. I don't exactly want to say a slaving situation, but pretty much, yeah, basically.
Indentured servitude, mostly.
Yeah. And
This
there you
team
go.
that went in front of us, that went first, who hired them and where were they from? Are they just some crazy mercenary group or something?
They were a local mercenary group from the planet, hired to go check it out, and, well, there you go. They're not there anymore.
And who did the hiring?
The barony is what it was. The Vladimirs.
They want to know why no one's there anymore.
Mm-hmm. Or they want to know why no one's responding, at least.
Hey, I was saving.
Do we have any like prep work to do for this, like on our mechs, or are they all just like reset to full HP and everything?
That all just happens.
That
between
all
missions.
happens. You,
Okay.
Full
and you
rest.
can change things out if you want.
Yeah, I'm
I think
thinking.
the assumption is anytime we have like a long break, we can just reprint our mechs from scratch if need
Yeah,
be.
the mech is
Yes.
in the shop.
For what it's worth and how it works out is oh yeah, also A Squad is in trouble. That's the second mission. When I asked which one you wanted to do first, you gave me yeah, we should go ahead and do the investigation first
The
because you
mining
can do it along the
station is
way.
on the way.
Yeah. And then you can go save the A Squad. The A Squad, which by the way is actually only 3 people that were involved here. That'd be Storm Rosada, Desperas Andalou, and Twin Free Perna. Those 3.
Resetting all my stuff to full.
Yeah, feel free to, like I said, refresh everything. You have your core power back. You've got all of your structure repaired. Any damaged equipment that you had is fully back. You have all of your hull repaired.
Let's remember
Everything.
to roll how much ammunition I have for the prototype weapon before we launch. It's 3 again.
It's not much. All right.
Wow.
Do we know if
Wow.
this?
Just to clear, that's a range between 3 and 8, correct?
Yes.
The
Great.
the
I'll be
The
formally
prototype weapon is
configuring it
quite
as a
good.
melee weapon.
the prototype weapon is quite good, but a lot of parts about it are quite random.
Makes sense.
It gets more
we-
reliable when you have the talent maxed out.
Yeah.
Do we know if this station is going to be like zero gravity, if it's going to be mostly indoors or what?
It had artificial gravity, but they're not entirely sure whether or not that's still functioning.
So an EVA loadout might be on the table.
Yeah, I'll
Sure.
switch out to that.
Those of us less cling to the walls inclined.
Yes, for anyone who needs it, consider bringing supplementary jets.
Yes. Because otherwise in
Presuming
0G,
there-
you are slowed
there
if
are
you can't.
surfaces anywhere we're fighting. If there's no surfaces, then I'm in trouble.
There are surfaces. It has
Great.
a floor. There you go. It has a floor, and that's about the best you need. You're not just going to be doing it out in the middle of nowhere.
Now, if there was a ceiling, we'd really be cooking.
Oh, you better believe that the ceiling might be there as well.
Oh,
Who could
shit.
tell?
I'm not going to change the thing in roll 20, but I'm swapping out the custom paint job for an EVA thing.
Okay, feel free.
Yeah, I've been leaving stuff I'm not using behind on the Roll20 sheet, just out of knowing that I won't click on things
That's
I don't
probably
have
a good
equipped.
idea.
The only thing that I recommend you update on the Roll20 sheet, like guaranteed, is just your HP and stuff. Everything
Yeah,
else you
all
can just
your-
go ahead and take out.
Everything that's attached to the automation for rolling.
Yeah, that too.
Your stats,
That's
your
more
health.
for your convenience than it is mine. The only thing that I want for my convenience is just to make sure your HP's and HP and heat are there, so we can just update the tokens and it reflects that. That's all. All right.
Space.
Space. Ready to go into space?
Hell yeah.
No.
That's unfortunate.
Ready to enjoy space before having to go down into high gravity Florida?
It pretty much is that. It's high gravity planetary Florida all the way around.
How could you make Florida worse?
Yeah, holy shit. That's incredible. You sink into the swamp 0.2 times faster.
Actually,
The worst part is that 0.2 gravity when you are inside of it, according to people who have done like simulations of it, 0.2 gravity feels like double gravity is how it ends up working out, is because of the extra force on you. It doesn't need to be actually literally doubled to make it feel like
Yeah.
it's doubled.
Yeah, because the human body does not scale to weight linearly like that. So
Correct.
if you're
yeah.
supposed to weigh 250 pounds and instead you weigh 300 pounds, that's going to feel like a lot in an hour.
Yes. Okay. So you're gonna go on a. It's very simple. Just get on a shuttle, get over there, and check it out. It literally is as simple as that. Does Comcom have Roll20 integration yet? Roll20 has not flipped the switch to activate it yet. Whoever made CompCon, they got that integration in there perfectly, and they've had it for ages. Roll20 hasn't updated yet because they're like that. It just takes ages to actually update anything. That is not D&D 5th edition. Anyway, so might take a little bit of a moment to load this one up. This one has a fair amount of greebles on it.
It's got a lot of stuff here.
Several cubes.
I like the hot room.
It's notably hot. It's hot over there. All right. So as you approach the station from space in the shuttle, you can see quite clearly from just visually that it's been partially destroyed. In fact, this probably should have been visible from the planet. However, because of how like I said, highly active Van Allen belts actually distorts and a thick atmosphere heavily distorts what you can see from the planet's surface. And communicate, like getting a satellite up here to check things out like that. Generally speaking, they're pointed outside of the planet rather than at it, you know? So they just don't happen to have a good view of this, even at nighttime. And it's in the middle of the... Yeah, and it's also in the middle of again, they call it the moon belt. It's not very visible. But
a high gravity Florida with 7 moons. The worst
way
planet.
More than 7.
200 moons.
We're talking Saturn levels of moons. Yeah, like probably around like 60 to 80 moons. We're still not entirely sure how many moons Saturn has. Fun note.
We're still not sure if Saturn is in Florida.
Saturn could be... Well, no, Saturn's very light, though. It's not super dense. It's definitely not Florida. It's more like a terrestrial Jupiter, is what this place is.
So are we officially into the mission zone and kind of like getting through everything?
Pre-mission.
I'm getting into
ourselves.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering because I was going to roll Risky Val when it's time. Okay.
Oh, yeah, for sure. 100. Yeah, I'm not actually going directly into the combat, for what it's worth. There's got to be a little bit of exploring here because it's a weird, fucked up, destroyed space station. People love that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. Gotta find some aliens.
Well, Clarkson definitely on point with the semi-invisible, floating, high-speed tiny mech.
Mm-hmm.
Should we split up, gang?
Small Claims and Pushing Up Daisies are both very well equipped for this kind of environment, especially Pushing Up Daisies. By all means, these corridors are, from a mech size standpoint, quite cramped. These are only 3 wide, as you can see here. Mm-hmm. If you were one size taller, you might actually get stuck in these, you know?
On the
you
plus
go one
size,
way,
that means...
I go the other?
That means the Drake can sit there, put down a wall. And
I would like to
Death
check
can
and
snipe.
see if it's a good idea for us to go in the hallway to the south, or if there's anything like particularly sketchy. And I did roll a nat 20 on it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dang!
That seems pretty good. Yeah. So hallway to the south, actually, that looks a lot safer than hallway to the right, just because it's still mostly enclosed. There is a dust cover cloud in the down there that you can see and make out. You can also make out the silhouette of a weird mech over there that's not on, as far as you can tell from the from sensors. Basically.
in the soft cover in the dust zone.
In the dust zone, yes.
Okay.
It appears to be deactivated. Meanwhile, if you go over to the right, that place is extremely fucked up. And hold up, I accidentally moved that twice. And you can tell just from looking at it, this entire line here is suspiciously
it got its butt blown off. Yeah, like it looks like there was a tremendous charge that was fired through there. Yeah.
Some sort of beam, perhaps, pierced that part.
I relay this information to the team and recommend we go south where the giant laser beam does not seem to be. Let's be away from where there seems to be some kind of super ordinance if we can help it.
And you can also tell very clearly that, the hot room is over there. This entire bit right here is radiating heat, like, violently. You can tell from the layout, because it's very easy to just figure out, like, what this layout... It's a very standard, like, mining station.
Did
like,
anyone bring any
printout.
barricades, mines, or drones?
I have
In the
barriers on my default kit, I believe. Let me check.
Because it might suggest then, if we feel like over there is the dangerous direction, that we just, like, preemptively clog up this hallway.
Yeah, maybe clog it up a little bit. Okay, let me see. I might actually have taken that out of my row bit. I did. I think Newbie has that, though, if Newbie is back. I believe non-refundable deposit has ways to clog up places.
Yeah, I know you can deploy shields and stuff. Are there any like computers or data terminals or anything like that around that we can like try to get a status of the station with?
Absolutely, yeah. Some of those are still working. Like, the life support on the station is actually still working. There is air here, which is why you can also tell over there. You see how the hot room... There's like a functioning camera in there, maybe, or something like that. They just can explain this real quick. How there's just like a bright light that's sort of an orb in the center. That's actually just it being on fire. But because of how, fire works in microgravity, it just expands out as an orb, is all. Rather than turning into the standard...
The usual shape
visible
of fire.
Yeah, shape of fire.
If there's like a computer or something around here, I suggest that maybe Isaac would go and do some hacking or whatever he does with those things to see what's going on around here.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and
I don't deal
deploy
with
the
the
fine
computers.
manipulators and start typing. What do we got in here?
Yeah, you can add an accuracy because you have the fine manipulators to this.
Just gonna noodle over to various terminals and make myself comfortable. How much of this place is still has not yet fallen off?
Second, I forgot that I need to actually have the encounter in ComCon with... I forgot a step. I have to add the mission and then run the mission is all it is.
Just download as many 20-second audio diaries from the archive as I can and start playing through them.
Jack, I went to your apartment and the walls were empty. Oh, skip this one. Next.
Yeah, boring.
Do you remember what day it is?
Oh, this one's just
Skip,
creepy.
skip.
This one's just creepy noises for 10 seconds. Ugh, boring.
I need scissors. 61. That one's okay.
Skip.
That's fun.
I suppose I'd be fine doing recon, getting into whatever range of whatever's here.
Okay, I've got the ComCon thing active, and okay, nice, good stuff. There's a handful of cameras on this space station, not too many, and you can get access to some footage. And the long and short of it, it's pretty weird of the footage they end up capturing, because you have a time frame of 3.5 weeks ago. That's when communications cut out. 3.5 weeks ago, one of these mechs. These three mechs that are destroyed in the center structure here, those are just basically mining robots. There's a big, medium, and small one. They all have drills on them. All they do really is just get large chunks and cut out bits of it and bring them back. That's generally the job here. There's not that many actually people who work here. These are all remote piloted vehicles and all that. Well, one of them came back with and was acting very, very strangely for one of those remote pilot vehicles, RPVs. It was weirdly herky-jerky and gross, and Junker in the center, sure thing. There you go. It was moving weirdly herky-jerky and gross, like it was being controlled by something other than the AI that normally moves it in a very smooth and precise manner, you know?
Mm-hmm.
The CompCon that normally moves it. And when it like just ended up on the station, what ended up happening was crawling just kind of out of the back of it was this enormous strange bug, this space-borne bug that spread a whole bunch of other weird bugs around it, and it ended up infesting pretty much everything that was on the station, destroying like all three of these mechs slowly, and killing everyone who was on it, of which there was only like 4 people, but still.
So we know where these are now, right? Like we have an idea of where these robots in the middle are because we have.
Oh, these
cameras and
robots in the
whatnot.
middles were there visibly obvious from the beginning.
Okay, word. They're within sensor range. Can I just like run a quick sensor check and make sure, like, see if
Wanna
I can
scan them?
figure out
Yeah.
what's going on? Yeah, just go ahead and do a scan. Let me pull up because I've got.
You actually
Thank
don't have
goodness-
to roll to do a scan.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
because
just
my
happens.
sensors are 20. They are wumbo as hell. All right, yeah, let's run a scan then.
Oh, this will be perfectly viable too. I actually completely forgot that the radiation was supposed to mildly impair scan sensors. It's not a big deal. Like, I'm willing to just abandon that even. Yeah. So these three are these are structure 0 mechs, basically. They are fully wrecked. They are destroyed.
Okay.
They will not arbitrarily get up and start to attack you or anything. They are fully ruined.
Okay, great. Do they have
However-
anything inside of them?
No, they don't. They weren't piloted to begin with, and you don't detect any life signs in them, like, of any kind.
Okay.
On the other hand, remember the one I told you about down south?
Yeah, that one.
Give me a moment to do some stuff on that.
That one who, by the way, if they are in the back of the room, is out of scanner range. But if they're in the middle of the room, we're good.
They're in the middle of the room,
Okay.
so they're in scanning range. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, it's a
It's either,
very
you
weird
say.
design for a mech. Yeah, it is apparently like on some like loadout. You're on board wiki that everyone would have or something like that identifying what kind of mechs are what. This triggers up as a very rare kind of mech called a Seether. They are designed to hack.
Can you do the
and-
big presentation thing so we can look at
sure.
the sprite work? Okay, sick.
All right,
They are
seems like I got
designed
back just
to.
in time.
Ooh, I didn't know you stepped away.
Yeah, I put in the group chat.
Anyway,
we can catch you up really quick. Yeah. Go ahead.
pretty simple, all things
Yeah.
considered.
We are on the station. Bugs happened, according to old security footage, and now we're hearing about Mystery Mech down in the dust cloud.
Yeah, we checked
It's-
the closer ones and realized they are completely blown up and have no one in them.
You can tell it's a rare mech that does exist and has popped up at least once before. It's called Seether. It's designed to vastly increase something's heat through hacking actions, much more so than most things, but that's also pretty much all it can do. You know,
That-
it also has an axe that it can swing at and do damage with.
That
But that's
does
it.
sound like one of the members of the other team.
Hmm?
Who was sent here before
you can
us.
tell visibly that it is damaged. It is not destroyed. This team apparently all had structure 2 on them, and this one is like it's halfway from structure 2 to 1 is the idea.
So it's got half of its first
And
health bar.
I'm taking
Yes.
that there are no mechs between us and the hot room.
None between you and the hot room, correct. That is actually a clear zone, but you know,
Could
Could
put
be
up the
dangerous
question
still.
again. Newbie, did you bring any barricades in your current loadout?
I am one.
Well, any like
no, we
deployable
mean like
ones.
deployable.
Barricades or mines. All right.
Okay.
I
Just
have
thinking
smoke
about
grenades. That's about
as
it.
part of the setup while we're planning here, maybe setting something up in one of the corridors. But if you don't have things for that, then
Basically,
just
what happened
roll
is
with
we ran a risk evaluation of what was on the south path and the right path here. We saw there's a laser punching a hole through the entire right path before the hot room. Nothing in the robots inside. Down south, we got this either. And yeah, Loon had the security footage that told us it was bugs. So we were just hoping we could close off the dangerous zone where we were not planning on going.
Definitely going to be going over that footage and all other logs I'm able to download to check for any violations of safety protocols that could have prevented this.
And I'm gonna
We need to
guess.
determine who's liable for bug incident.
Do we know anything about the center room here?
All
Yeah.
those mechs are empty and destroyed.
Yeah, those
Okay.
are the
Also,
wreckage
everything-
of some drones.
Every visible fact that you can see on the map, you know about. Like I'm not hiding things from you, just so you're aware on this. When it comes to the things you can see, as they say it, that means that you can see them and do anything with.
Yeah, hot
Those are
zone,
there.
Electric zone, other electric zone,
So
It's
I'm gonna
just
ask,
too.
and persistent dust cloud. Those are the known hazards.
I'm gonna ask the group if that guy
Yeah.
down to the south of us is like part of the first party. Should we try to see if he's still alive, or should we just shoot first and ask questions later?
I mean, we can contact their sensors, right?
Yeah, you don't detect any life in them. That's just
We just don't
a.
detect any life. It's just an unmanned unit.
That is an unmanned mech that does not appear to have anything in it or anything. It is a mildly damaged but still functional, uninteracting mech of any form. Yeah.
So do we want to approach this thing first, team, or do we want to try and light it up from a distance and then check later, since we know there's nothing alive in it?
I mean, I'm pretty good at run in, run out. If we wanted to do that.
Same. Also stealthy.
Oh yeah, stealth. That is a thing we
Stealth
can do.
ball.
I
Alright.
forgot
Can
about
sneak
that.
up there.
Stealth and small squad, do whatever you need. I'm gonna have the large gun ready if it goes bad.
And just to reiterate for me, nothing to our knowledge over in this direction.
Nothing in
that's
your knowledge that
this way.
direction, correct.
Yep.
Just the hot room, which is hot.
The hot room is hot. That is also where the life support is, for what it's worth, in the hot room. It's running. It's very hot in there.
How close is the station to the asteroid they were working on when bugs happened?
Quite close, in fact. Probably only a few, not a few, but like a couple of tens of kilometers away, probably. Like about 50, maybe. On
Far
a
enough
space
to
scale,
be-
it's very close.
Yeah, outside of fight range, but only a short jaunt to fly over there.
Yes.
I gotta be honest, I don't see why they put the life support in the hot room.
Maybe
Or
the life
seems like a
support's on
bad idea.
fire.
I would put the life support in the cold room instead. But I guess
And then
I'm built
everybody would be
different.
cold.
Good.
Anyway, I'm gonna follow small claims down here.
This is the future white people want.
Alright. So we can just kind of gradually ease our way down this hall.
Yeah, give me a second. As I realize I made a mistake on something. Fine. It's not a big deal at all. As also visible. Boop. Big mech over there.
Big.
And then boop.
Oh, that's a
Laser
big
mech
boy.
over there. The Goliath is enormous. It is size 3. It is one of the biggest available mechs there is.
Oh, we're talking about newbies mech?
No.
No, I'm
This
talking
day.
about this guy over
Oh.
here, which was just spotted
Oh.
because he moved into range of it.
I see. Yeah, that
Who's-
guy's pretty big.
If we scan
Yeah.
these, are they on or activated or anything?
Same deal as the Seether. They are lightly damaged and non-active.
I'm going to guess that each of these mechs, the pilot is dead and it's being piloted by bugs.
Well, we checked for
There's
the
nothing
life
in
and
them.
There's no life. Yeah. So unless
Yeah.
these, I feel like Clarkson would have picked something up if there was some data crime happening.
So like, how much
Did
of
you
the
do a data scan?
I mean, I use my
Yeah,
scanners.
That's what the hack and fix was for. So yeah.
Okay.
How many,
Yeah.
Yes, we
no,
got-
that was actually that was in the question of like I
we
wasn't
got the
here. Did
logs,
you?
And so I get the impression then that there's a gap in the records after the incident. That very few of the cameras are still live.
Yeah, correct. Basically, the only one that's still active is the one in the hot room because no one's gone into the hot room. It's hot in there.
Yeah.
Pretty much immediately after Bugs destroyed all of it, the cameras were pretty much also all immediately
Yeah,
destroyed.
The immediate suspicion then is unless the bugs manage to grab a shuttle or other means of flinging themselves back off of here to a rock, they might be sleeping somewhere or otherwise just noodling around. It's been a month.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if no one else is going to suggest it, I'm going to go towards the center room, unless somebody wants to say otherwise.
Please, you are Mr. Initiative. Go for it.
I'm gonna keep track of that Seether.
For what it's worth, by the way, the Seether, as I am describing it, is actually a custom mech that I have created. Somewhat.
I'm gonna, if I can,
I'm gonna put a hole
move
in it.
to the intersection here. That way I can move to either situation that I'm needed in.
Yeah, I presume if we're doing like pre-combat movement still, I would definitely be
As stealthily as large bot
scuttle-butted
can
up
move.
behind the big boy. Yeah,
I assume ties on the ceiling.
I mean, I could
Going
be.
off,
Yeah.
going off of the beam damage here, how tough is the hull on this thing?
Reasonably,
Hey.
I would say it probably has about. Let me go check some numbers really quick.
Hey team, I think I might know what bored the holes in this ship.
Oh no.
What gives you that idea?
Could be anything.
It could be anything. Yeah, that it probably, like, the walls of the ship probably around 40 hull worth of resistance and stuff like that.
All right.
Sorry, you have to understand.
Yeah.
I've had the map all the way to the left this whole time.
Zoomed over, yeah.
Yeah, so Ty said that. I'm like, I don't know what is it.
Yeah.
What, did we find
got-
beam? And then just scrolled slightly to the right.
We got
Whole
freaking
bore.
whole. Yeah, we got a whole horse over here with this whole bore. Like, come on.
The whole horse.
The entire horse?
Higher horse.
With horses' money.
Well, there's three things to the right and one to the south. So I don't know
yeah.
if some of you want to come
I-
over this way.
If someone could give me
Neutralize the south.
Yeah, go ahead.
someone give me your whatever form of perceptive skill you have. I don't
Yeah,
care who it is,
spot.
and I don't know how it was.
Yeah, hold
Well,
up.
that's fine. Spot works.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll just spot. That's
I-
the thing that
Yeah, I don't have
unless one has a
perception,
+4.
but
All right, I'm spotting.
Yeah. Way in the distance over here, like, you can see a tiny, and I do mean like tiny little bug, and like, not tiny little bug, I actually mean like a tiny, like, swarm of bugs, all moving around at the same time, going from around the hot room, down past the hold door, into this, down here in the right, far, bottom right corner, with the radioactive
Yeah.
sign over there.
Okay. I relay this information to the team, and that's bad, right? That's what we don't want. We don't want to get touched by those bugs. It seems
That
like
seems
those bugs
bad.
ruined everything. Yeah. Clarkson, those bugs pretty bad, right? You watched the tapes, not good?
Yeah, that is what they do.
No, you had any beams on this team, right?
From that skill check as well, you also kind of make out something about the way that these mechs were destroyed over here. These mechs were definitely destroyed by other mech weapons.
Okay.
And at least one of them down here, the one that's inside the electric threat radius over here, that one's like melted a bit. That one got really hot.
I do appreciate the Yamcha creator.
Of course.
So we got some kind of hot bugs. Does anyone have a skill to check for hot bugs?
So on the so on the tapes, then. So the idea is like mining robot stumbles back from work, looking less than healthy, and then what exactly happens before the moment that it explodes into bees?
So it has a storage compartment in it like yours, except way bigger because it's a much bigger bot.
Yeah.
And inside that storage component, it walks up into here. It's not carrying any any material, and it explodes into bees, and an enormous, giant, ultra large bug, like a mech-sized bug, crawls out of that storage compartment.
So probably what we're looking at is Queen Spider is in the material storage bay.
Yeah. I have a check to make.
2 different material storage bays for what it's worth. Back here and over here are both material.
Okay.
This was a
So
lunchroom.
one of them's. So the Seether is probably wicked dangerous then. If it's guarding that alone. Newbie or
I don't even
Yeah,
know
what
if
we
the
got?
mechs are active. Like, if we're gonna be fighting bugs, it's
I want to get a little bit more information on what these bugs are and what they do specifically, like how they attack. I'm gonna run like a memory check of do I remember any claims that we may have gotten in back at the home office on bug or bug related property damage.
Sure thing. Feel free.
Bad
Okay.
roll.
So, no, that's still a success, given it's not risky. You know?
Okay.
You know that as far as like property damage caused by bugs go, that actually happens pretty frequently because, you know, termites still exist, or termite-like animals in a lot of on a lot of planets and whatnot. They cause damage. But you don't really know off the top of your head any space-borne insects that apparently like are like in this asteroid moon belt nearby the rings of a space Florida. You don't know about those. That's weird. That doesn't happen
I
usually.
guess the question is, since I studied history of Chumbort, do I know any of that?
Oh shit. Okay.
Ooh, that's a nat 20.
That's pretty good. Okay. There is no definitively known instance of something like this happening, but you happen to be aware of basically what is a cryptid, a space cryptid. Space bees that live as like inside hives on board the asteroids up here. The asteroids up here are weird, period. They just are very strange because, again, they're full of radioactive materials. That doesn't happen. So there's a whole bunch of rumors around like why they're like that. Not rumors enough to get people to stay away from them or not exploit them for the resources, because as far as anyone's aware, they're just rocks. But there's a lot of stories about what they are that really occasionally leads people to come up with wild stories. And like hive wasps that live on side of asteroids is actually a known one that's like brought up every now and again.
So they're space cryptids, and they're absolutely real.
Hey, you've got visual proof that they exist right there.
Okay.
Logic, easy,
what's
failure.
the
It's
name
all
of
come
this?
together.
Do we have a name for this cryptid?
I did not have one off the top of my head.
It's a Chumbort plasmid.
Chumbor
Oh,
plasmid,
okay.
sure, there he is. Yeah, there you go.
Sure
Plasmid.
is.
Well, if it's in the
Mark that
bottom
down.
right corner of this map, maybe we should split up so we can pinch it in from 2 sides. If we think it's over there anyway.
All right,
Yeah.
so this feels like a moment to establish the stakes here. What do we want to do? Do we want to try and clean out the station? Or just kind of shoo the bugs back into space, or
And try to pull out the suits that are valuable that we're looking for.
yeah, or further possible bonus objective here, catch us a squatch.
I guess the first question is the shuttle that we came in on. Is it just like chilling a couple kilometers off station? I'm assuming something like
You
that.
can actually quite literally see it right over here. It's
Oh.
like, it's not standard size or anything, but I did manage. I
I
did
see.
make sure to put it on the map. Yeah.
Yeah, we're definitely keeping that parked at safe distance and then flying in.
Yeah, I'm wondering if we could maybe, like, I don't know, get the big mech to move some of these other mechs over there, try to see if we could salvage them.
So, just again, a bit of detail because I didn't get this explained. What is this room in the lower right entirely?
We don't know.
It is the radioactive material storage containment room.
Okay, and
It's
this is
separate from the other one for
life support
saw-
engine, whatever, very hot.
Yes.
That's in the hot room. Yeah, we saw a bunch of the Chumboard plasmids go down to the radioactive material storage.
So yeah,
Okay.
we can see him scooting around along this this bridge on the right.
Yes.
So my thought process off of a offensive sort of attack, the more scrappy of us, so Daisy's, Blues, myself can charge the middle and rough it up with the big boys in the center while Clark and sorry, I actually have trouble remembering everybody's names constantly.
Clarkson and
Clarkson
Gibraltar.
and Gibraltar can go after the Seether on the bottom. Since
what-
Were
Just to
we
confirm
tasked
it,
to
what
recover these?
sizes are the other bots? Kind of looks like that's a 2.
1, 2, 3, 1.
All right.
We don't.
Yeah, also-
we also don't necessarily have to split up. That's not actually mandatory.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, if we're
So-
trying to recover some of these, like, we should just go down to the Seether, see if, like, I don't know, the fundable deposit could just pick it up and bring it back to our shuttle.
You
Yeah,
were
cover
so
it.
the specific wording on it is you're here to investigate and if possible solve the problem, of which now that you're aware of this, the problem is the wasps, the plasmids. Though that's the issue. What you want to do with these mechs right here is kind of up to you. It's not clear.
Yeah, so to finish my thought, the reason for that is because then we would have a very good pincer situation on what we assume is the queen nest down here.
I guess it just comes down to we need to see if one of these mechs actually does do anything hostile. And then if it does anything hostile, then we immediately assume they all do, right?
Yeah, alternatively, we can all just mob onto the Seether and see what happens.
Could just fire a DMR
Alright.
at the Seether and see if it reacts.
Suggestion.
I
Since all right, we are confident because scanning has occurred that these mechs are currently offline and empty. So even if bugs are going to like spring up and pilot them, they're gonna need to like. They're not awake yet. They're not alert yet. We have an opportunity to maybe do one thing before they react and the map starts. So what if somebody, probably non-refundable, just grabs the empty Seether and chucks it out the other end of the station, and we can collect it from space later.
I like this plan.
I actually
As
am
far
way
as we
into
know,
this.
the wasps don't have like reaction thrusters. They don't have zero gravity maneuverability. So anything that flies off of the station is out of bounds, and we can deal with that at our leisure.
And then we can give the Seether to Teenager so that Doc actually gets to use the Seether that he worked hard to make. Yes. Just in theory.
Just in case we're taking the custom bespoke thing that the GM pointed out that was custom made for the situation.
Throwing it out of the boat.
For what it's worth, the whole door over there is also custom.
Okay, there you go. Everybody wins.
I just
There
knew
you
that.
go.
I immediately knew that distinct DM silence of, oh my god, you assholes are really gonna do this.
You can now see that the Seether is bike chain locked to the ground. You can't throw it.
A boot
not.
on it.
However, I will be completely clear here. The chances of it being incapable of moving in 0G are, very, very few. On the other hand, who knows?
If we throw it out before it's got anything in it, though, because there's nothing in it, we know that.
Yet.
Well,
As far as
it sounds
know.
like we have a plan.
Unless anyone has a stronger plan, I think we just go forward with that and see what happens.
I mean, if we're doing that, yeah, I'm in.
All right,
Sure.
just in case, is this round one here, pre-round or whatever?
This would be pre-initiative begins.
Okay, great. So we're throwing non-refundable in there to grab that thing. That's the plan.
I'm for it.
All right, I'm gonna mark that thing for death. So if it fucking moves, I am removing it from planet Earth. So
Fair enough.
go ahead, newbie.
I'm gonna walk down with Newbie just to look down the other aisle while he does this.
All right, so I walk up to the Seether. Hello, friend, comrade.
Okay,
I
so
was saying
now that
I'm
you've
going to
got
be
that,
along
you have
for,
visual confirmation.
Close quarter support here.
Boop.
Oh, hey, would you look at that?
Because Kuvo has visual confirmation. You see the back of, and let me see. I believe it's just press Z, or is it Shift plus Z?
I mean, try both.
I'm trying to do the, show to everyone thing.
Make big.
Not coming through yet.
Not coming through yet?
Oh,
Okay,
that's you have to select it, I think.
Yeah, select it, then
first.
press Z, is what it is.
because I've done that at this point.
Because I can make my. All right, don't hold down. I think is what I'm
not.
learning here. Yeah.
I've just clicked it and then pressed the button to share. Whatever.
These
All
are
right, I'm gonna do it
mysteries.
the other way. Boop, boo, doop, boo, do. Show to players. There you go. This is the other way I could do this.
Cool.
It's called a mysterious note. It's not. There we go.
That's a big bug.
Okay, there we go. Just wanna.
It's quite large.
Oh,
Wait.
weird. It's like got a biomechanical monster thing going on too. Very
So
cool.
on that note, is the thing the bug or is the weird jet coming out like a swarm of bugs? What's
The
going
weird
on?
jet
with this
coming
thing?
out on the back is a swarm of tiny bugs. Apparently, these are like these range in size enormously from being huge to tiny to they apparently start extremely small and get enormous very quickly.
It's too bad none of us have a Genghis. That'd be useful right now.
All right. Well, so you see it from behind. It is you can hear from this distance as well, maybe a little bit now that you know that it's there, that it's literally just crunching sound and like sucking up yellow granules.
And it eats uranium. Great.
Yeah.
So if we're gonna be moving this Seether, we should probably do this now.
You have to do it right now.
Grip and rip.
Yes.
Go.
I grab it
Alright.
and just chuck it down the hallway to try and eject it into space.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and say it's all the way over here.
Moral
and then-
hazard, we'll walk back and kick it the rest of the way out so that it is outside.
Hold up.
If necessary.
It has to have travel time is what I'm getting at. You don't just get to
okay.
immediately throw it all the way out. It's very far. On an additional round, if it doesn't get stopped, it's going out. But yeah. Anyway,
Okay.
once that happens, the sound of doing so is because again,
Alert
this place
noise.
actually does have air. Sound actually does travel through it still.
Actually,
I
have a question. Ty, do you have like a lesser long range gun?
Yeah, the
That's
DMR.
like that?
yeah,
Yeah.
I've got a DMR.
Could
Yeah.
you shoot the Seether to further propel it out?
Probably could. But anyway,
That sounds
I
like
do
a
think it works
turn one
best, so if I
action
crit,
kind of
yeah,
deal.
go ahead.
the Plasmid Queen will have, like, upon doing that, get undistracted from the situation and turn around and, hey, guess what? It is now time for the fight to begin.
All right.
Comrade, hello.
You guys always get initiative, so.
All right.
here we are.
I do have 2 shots right away from my position, so I could make some shots if we're assuming these robots are going to be travel. I think that's safe to assume. I'll go last though, just in case.
Well, so
Well,
Daisies,
Yeah.
you're currently king initiative, so would you or Blues like to go first as you are the fast spearheads, no pun intended, of the group?
I can get up to these, but I have to go through the electric.
pushing up daisies,
thing, so-
unless it's actually in contact with an enemy mech, is actually relatively slow.
Well, actually, what's my threat radius is 3, right? Now I'm thinking about
Yes, your threat radius is huge.
it. I don't actually need to get as close as I was thinking I did.
This mech right here is large enough that you can use it as hard cover for what it's worth. It's a wreck, but it's still so big you can hide behind it.
Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna hold back
Um,
until we have more stuff to react to.
So in that case,
These, by the way, this time these are solid walls. So
yeah, I'm
you
moving
will
around.
have to actually,
Yeah,
keep track of moving around them and whatnot.
so that'll be 3, and then
Yeah.
4. All right. So then I can boost to move another 7.
This one right here, just so you're aware, its center is like right here, and it is the entire ring of them around it. Where I have clicked right here, that's the center.
Yeah.
I take it.
So could I?
I would assume that like the big wreckage is a usable piece of hardcover if you're smaller than it.
Yes, like I actually just
yeah.
mentioned that it is.
All right.
Yeah.
I was zoned out briefly.
So I could go. This is the center. So I'd have to go like right here to hit it with my thing, which I could do. We'll do
Wanted to
that.
jump up on top of this.
Yeah, I'll jump up and I'll do a flip.
A cool flip? You're doing a flip?
I rolled a 3.
It wasn't. You didn't fuck up the flip or anything, but like it's kind of like someone doing a somersault when they're diving into a pool. It's the least impressive dive. It's just doing a somersault.
It's in 0G, so he kind of just trips and floats up there.
Yeah, it floats up. Oh, I got this.
You
Yeah.
rolled a 3, so Gibraltar, who is apparently the only one who can see this, I think, will relay it to the other pilots later.
Yeah.
And recorded.
It didn't look cool at all.
It was not cool at all, so
Um,
I'm sorry.
And then yeah, I'll skirmish with my main ox, which will be the pike plus my nexus.
These aren't moving, so you only have to hit a 5. It's that
Okay.
easy.
What we just
Nat
got there,
20.
that's the before footage.
That
Has
is a
this ever
critical
happened
hit.
to you?
Yeah, that's a critical hit, so you can re-roll that. Roll an additional d6 to see if you do 6 instead.
Nope.
You don't.
Uh,
If
It
you're
was
targeting
already
the
a
Goliath,
6, so
if you're targeting the Goliath, it is too big for you to push.
Yep, that makes sense. And then the Nexus, I need to hit at least an 8. If it doesn't have a defense, but if it has an Eve defense, we'll use that instead.
It currently has no E defense because it is off.
Okay. For another 2.
That also hits. Yep. Okay.
And then because of my skirmish, actually this is confusing because the Nielsen has an ability called skirmish, and I have a talent called skirmish because they just named them both the same randomly. But yeah, so I can move up to 3 squares now. So I'm gonna
Sure,
move
yeah.
behind the thing.
I mean, they're named the same because they functionally do the same
Yeah.
thing, right? Like that's the idea.
Yep.
One is
So-
slightly more restrictive unless you activate your core power, which makes it that you can go super far when you do it, right?
Yeah, if I activate my core, I can move up to 6 squares every time I attack.
Right. Yeah. There you go. Okay.
Yeah. That's my turn. Yeah.
Good turn. All right, Plasma Queen. Hello. Shit sucks all of a sudden because what the fuck? This is another group of assholes it busting in on your feast. What the hell? Get that shit out of here. All right. Someone was removed from your regular sensor's range. That's a bit of a shame.
Oh, I think I know how
I
this
can
is
move
going to go
after
down.
combat.
All right,
Oh, I
so
just
it has
realized
to
how this is going to
activate.
go down.
It actually has to spend a quick tech action to activate the cameras that have been shut down. And then it will use a second quick tech action to activate the seether that just got thrown.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, but isn't it out of range? Oh, dang.
See, that's why it had to activate the cameras first. Because it couldn't, it was otherwise very
Hey.
much out of sensor's range.
Yeah, for what it's worth, we ate in action.
Yes, that is
Also-
you.
That just means that you need to force it out of the queen's sensor's range.
Or turn off
Yeah.
the cameras.
Or just murder the bug.
Or just murder the bug. That works
Any
too.
of these are good options.
Mhm.
Those of us who
Uh,
are already in the bottom corner, I think, are on Team Bug Murder.
And then it's going to climb up the side of the. It's going to climb up the side of this and get up on this, higher point and get out of visual range of everyone else. You know it's there still. Obviously, it's not doing anything else. That's its turn. All right, it's yours now.
Hey, do y'all mind if I remove
Yes.
this
I was
seether?
about to suggest let's let Ty go to see if Ty can deal with the seether, and if not, somebody has to go back up Ty.
All right,
Ah,
so
right.
I'm gonna do the classic barrage with my anti-material. Also, I'm not going to move, and it gets +1 to all. Oh, that's the attack rolls. Okay. So I have inherent accuracy, and then the action accuracy. Is there anything else I can do there? Right. I
You
could
also have the
do
reroll as
weak
well.
point, and I have the reroll on the shot if need be. Yeah.
For what it's worth, your +1 is not an inherent accuracy. It's kind of better than that. It's a +1 that it's added on top of accuracy.
Yeah.
The
Sorry, I
DMR
was
is
talking
also
about the
inherently
accuracy.
accurate, I think.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I have the accuracy of the rifle, and then also,
Also-
crack shot. If I stabilize, I gain an additional accuracy. which is
Also,
what
I'm
doing, so.
gonna toss you a leader die that you can spend for either more accuracy or more damage.
Okay. All right. Well, first things first. Let's go to the mech page here. I'm gonna use that accuracy die from newbie, so I get 3 accuracy on this shot, and
Oh, yep,
good luck, have fun.
that's a critical hit. That's a natural. No, wait, hold up. That's the
That was
Nexus.
the
Never
Nexus.
mind.
That was a different
Nexus
one.
was the natural 20. Damn.
Oof.
Mm-hmm.
But you get to
No,
reroll this.
I do. Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank you, Death's Head. I love you, baby.
Wow.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
7.
Oh, that's unfortunate. The Seether has been activated. I'm actually going to go ahead and say, though, that because it has not managed to, it has only been activated, it has not managed to get to move
Yeah.
yet.
That's
It's still
an 8
basically
for the record,
inactive.
because it does get +1, so it is an 8. For what it's worth, if that matters.
It actually would have if it got to move. I would say that you'd hit regardless, but now you would have hit regardless even if it was moving. If it was an 8, yeah.
Okay, great.
All right, so a good.
Did that roll? Did that do damage? Where's that roll?
It
roll
did do
2d6.
damage. That's the 7 over there. The 2d6 plus 2.
Well,
that's already
actually, on the reroll, he did more damage.
It's only supposed to be a reroll of the attack,
Okay.
not the.
Of the attack, yeah.
Okay,
I was
okay,
just
okay.
rolling.
So
The
yeah,
main
just
thing,
take that
yeah.
initial.
If you wanted to spend that leader die, you can do it on damage. As
Oh no,
said.
I used that for accuracy. That was part of my accuracy. That's how I got 3
Okay, fair.
accuracy. Not that it mattered. All right. Well, my second
7
shot.
damage is still good.
Yeah. And my second shot, Vulture DMR, which is accurate, and I am stabilizing using a rifle. But I don't have a leader die, so it's only 2 accuracy. Hadouken.
And it's still marked for death, right? So it's not like this is.
It is. If I ever
yeah.
get a crit, it's
There
fucked.
you go.
Oh, speak of the devil.
The 25 did it. Yes.
Yeah, so what Mark for Death does is Mobilize can't take reactions. You deal bonus on range crit, so that's main, so I get an additional 2d6, I believe.
Yep.
On
Additional
that.
2d6 damage.
All right, so roll 2d. Where's that at? Or is it slash roll? Okay.
Just slash roll 2d6.
Okay.
Ooh, an additional 10 damage.
10.
There you go.
Nice.
10 plus whatever it did. I don't know why it rolled twice for the record. I apologize, but
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
yeah.
Yeah, that's 15 damage. There you go. That's what you're looking for.
Uh-huh.
All right, that forces it to do a structure check.
Oh, okay, this thing does not have as much health as I thought it might have.
So it was 15 plus the 7 plus, yeah. Wow, okay, 22 damage. That's a lot.
Yeah, you still did, in fact, a lot of fucking damage there, even if only one
Yeah.
of them was a crit.
22, hey.
Look,
I think
Ty's
that's the
there to
first
do
time
one
Mark
job.
for death has worked, so good work.
It is. Congratulations,
Alright.
Mark for death.
2. 2 is a system trauma? Yeah, system trauma. So gonna go roll 1d6. 5. A system of my choice is destroyed. All right. Let me go and look through the Seether systems here. The Seether is going to lose. It only has the one.
Well,
Shit.
Rip. Fucking rip.
did it just
I
get
guess I-
shot
Deluxe,
in the
baby.
EVA pack?
This is even worse than what it's. But all right, so you actually have destroyed its. You've destroyed its tech. Bespoke tech attack is what it is.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
It's warp sensors move, which basically makes it so you end up having to treat everything you attack as if it has soft cover. So unless it's a melee attack, you would have 1 difficulty against it, and 2 heat, which on this thing would have been 4 heat. It bumps up 4 every time you get hit with it.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So now
Risk
all it has is just
evaluated.
standard invade. You've destroyed its ability to cause blindness. Yes.
And
Rude.
heat, the extreme heat, yeah.
Well, it can still do the extreme heat just with the regular invade, but it's yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, that's my turn.
All right.
For what it's worth, Yankee Ice, what this was based off of had 2 other quick tech actions, both of which didn't seem very fun, so I just didn't want to work with them. Yeah, so it is now my turn. And the Plasma Queen's going to go again for that reason.
Yeah,
It's going to go ahead and deploy. Let's see here. What is the exact turn that it does this with? Quick action. Gotcha. All right. It deploys its Razor Swarms, which in this case is a intense, violent swarm of its young. That is a Blast 1 swarm that it's deploying right here along the path over here, which means it covers the entire path.
Oh, where at? Sorry, it wasn't showing up.
Yeah,
okay,
right over
in
here.
front of me. Got it. Okay, cool. Got it.
It is a defensive point. And on top of that, it's going to use another action to turn on the Hull Borer.
What was that thing
So
do?
that's fun.
Yeah.
The Hull Borer has an exceptionally powerful gun on it.
What would you say that gun? What sort of actions would that gun perform?
Well, you would have to scan it to know exactly what that is.
Okay.
Most
Yeah.
guns shoot.
Thank you for entertaining my bit.
It is not a shoot gun, unfortunately. It is just a gun that shoot. That's my turn, by the way. We're done.
It could be like a harpoon gun. That's where I'm betting my money right now.
All right, so maybe give on.
I suppose I could go if
I'm gonna hold actions to see where the situation we are in at the end of the turn, where Big Chunk Boy is needed the most.
this Razor Swarm is there's just a bunch of little bugs, right?
Yeah, it's a shitload of little bugs that can do a surprising amount of damage to a mech.
I guess if no one else wants to go, I'll do it.
Are you now?
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is a move. 1, 2, 3, 4 is a boost. And then I'm gonna throw a spike grenade as a mine in range 5. I really don't need to do anything because it just throws it out and it arms itself. Or you can put it down as a mine.
By the way, just so you were, in case you're going to throw this on the Razor Swarm, these are actually indestructible by like player action.
Oh, really?
Yes, sorry.
Okay. If that's the case, then I am going to end my turn here in Overwatch because I cannot go any further.
Mm-hmm. All right then. In my case, in my turn, then would be that the whole bearer, whole boar
Do
gets
we
to
think
go.
this Razor Swarm is like the kind of thing that's gonna move, or is it just like a stationary like that?
It is something that can absolutely move.
Okay.
We're gonna find out.
Well, I
Yeah.
more just mean like, if is it bugs or is it more like just a passive like chaff shrapnel thing? That
It is bugs. They are going.
great.
They're moving actively. They just happen to be clustered in this bit right here for now.
But there's no way to kill them.
Unfortunately, there is no way to kill them. Yes, that is a
Too
game
many
mechanical
bees.
thing.
They're a terrain hazard.
By normal rules, the thing that this is emulating is that they are nanobots, of which there are, literally billions of. It's just bugs in this case. All right, so the whole war. Hold on. Damn. Okay.
Moral hazard does it again.
All right, because of
Ty Tuesday gets away again.
Put another one on the board for Risky Val, baby.
All right, well, it's going to do it anyway. Even if you're just barely out of range of the 20 range of this gun. The super heavy cannon that it has on its its ordnance loading armor piercing super heavy cannon is going to fire upon one middle management blues.
Hey, good luck, Blues.
Don't
I
get
got
hit.
heavy cover at least, so
Try blocking.
try blocking. It's Potemkin
Yeah,
on startup. There's
That's
no
what Brace is
blocking here.
for.
You do also have heavy cover, you're right. So that's
Yeah.
fair. All right. So this is with 2 difficulty.
You just block and spot dodge.
Newbie, could you wait, hold up a second. What am I doing? I've got a thing for this now.
Do you?
+2, submit. -3. -2. Whoop, bam. All right, 8 is going to miss middle management blues. You have like 15 evade, right? You're very hard to hit.
Yeah, I have a 15 evasion.
All right, but here's the other thing. You managed to duck away from this this shot that that could have hit you with it. However, this cover does not, and the cover is literally just completely destroyed immediately. This mech right here falls into way more debris than it was before, and is now pretty much just fucking missed. As this gun right here, as written, automatically destroys everything that's in the path except for mechs, which would normally take 10 explosive damage.
Hey, you should probably not get hit by that.
Hey everybody, I'm just stay the fuck away from that thing. That thing will liquidate
Things
this
that
shit.
deal more damage than I have HP in 1 bar. Interesting.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's quite nasty.
Hey, unpopular opinion, that thing looks kind of scary.
And then it's
because
going to
it-
move.
because it missed. I'll fly 2 back
Yep, feel
with my
free.
ace.
All right.
Just from the sheer violent effect that it had from being
Leaving
fired.
some beam marks on the ground.
Yes, is leaving marks on the ground from that. And it basically just, honestly, it also went out into space, and it kind of stopped just around here before it hit moral hazard.
All right.
You were just barely out of range.
Gibraltar has this moment of fuck, 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 and then like the beam just kind of fizzles out right before it hits them.
Yeah, well,
Like literally like 2 feet away from the mech. Just zoop. Oh.
guys, I'm gonna move up to here, skirmish to take a quick shot with the burst launcher at Snake Friend over there.
Mm-hmm.
Check on. That's there. Yeah, accurate arcing. So just 1 accuracy. Oomp. That's a crit. And it was already max damage anyway.
Oh, good to know.
So
That's a good
3
3 damage.
explosive and 1 heat.
All right.
And then I will boost to over here. Oop, I've grabbed moral hazard by mistake. Hold on. Over
I
here,
just
just shy of the
realized-
electric field.
I just realized if I go first next round, I can maybe do the funniest thing ever.
And yeah, because I have moved, I am invisible.
For what it's worth, I actually have no more actions. Like, if you, that means that it's going to be Loon, then Newbie. I don't get to act again on this turn.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So yeah, we
These
got
are
some
all
scary
powerful
shit to deal with, but there's not too much, so we can.
All right.
Yeah.
And
Getting
here's
the one out of
Not
position,
yet, yeah.
probably phenomenal. Probably phenomenal.
Here-
Yeah.
Doing that Seether thing actually was very good. Yes, that was a good idea.
Yeah.
here's non-refundable who desperately cannot wait for the next level so I can get 1 more point of move. Of 1, 2, 3, 4 as I just start pushing crates out of the way as I move through here.
For what it's
1,
worth, this is
2,
also
3,
with
4.
the advice taken. This map is a lot smaller than previous maps.
And then overheat boost of 1, 2, 3, 4. I am like standing over. You're like in between my legs. Hello, hi. You have hard cover, by the way.
All right.
I like the imagery of your robot like panting and sweating and pushing up daisies is just kind of like, what? I
Don't
don't
talk
get
to me or
what's
my
going
forward,
son
right?
ever again.
on.
Anyway, yes, I'm. Yeah, thank you for the one.
Your movement's 4, right?
My movement is 4, and I have 3 speed. I am taking another point of no, I have 3 agility. I'm taking another point of agility next level just so I have 5 movement.
It's funny because I also have a speed of 4, but like I'm human-sized and running, and you are just big and beefy and going very slow.
Okay, so that was
Yep.
move, boost, and overdrive for 3 movement. You would still have 1 quick action left. Do you have a gun that could just take a shot at the middle
Shot at the
stuff?
scour. Yeah.
Am I in range? That is the question.
Actually,
It's 7.
there is a door here that's closed.
Well, no.
Please
so
blow this door
actually,
open. No,
You
please
can
blow
blow
this
up the
door
door
open.
though. It's not
I
that
was
hard to
gonna
blow up a
say-
door.
And yeah, and we have team information too because we have eyes on stuff, so we can.
Yeah.
I'm
pass
begging you to
coordinates and
open this
shit.
door for me for next turn
Everyone
because it'll
is
be
on
very
attack.
funny.
You know what? Yeah, and actually, in the most way that actually kind of makes sense. So more of the shot here, just saying, all right, let's just say I'm running up and Hamburger is like, yo, take this door out. And I just slide into position and shoulder mount rocket right into the door.
Yeah, that'll do it. You don't have to roll damage or anything. You just need to have done an attack at the door. That's all you have to do. They are not enormously tough or nothing, these doors. Because these aren't slam down bulkheads. These are just regular doors. Bulkheads apparently never slam down in this. All right,
then
well, if that's...
And then the immediate realization as he sees the swarm of what the fuck is that?
Yeah, I actually would like to mark a place here saying that this is an open door. Both this and this are closed. The sides are not, is the idea.
Just like take a brush and scratch out the
Yeah,
door.
fair. I
There, I did it.
suddenly forgot. There it is. Oh, there we go. Thank you.
I'm assuming that these 3 are just kind of open now.
Yeah. All right, so the round has shifted over because Newbie was the last person to act. I get to act. As I remove all these turn markers, and the Plasma Queen's going to go again and is going to activate the Scourer and the Goliath, and that's the turn. Which
Okay,
means, yeah,
please.
Screw, you get to do your thing.
Please let me do this, because if this works, this is going to be the funniest shit. So
Do it, dude.
Yeah,
Fuck
I
it
got
up,
it.
Socrates.
I
I've
got to
been
move
waiting
your
for you to be able to
away.
do your thing.
Oh
so-
god, I'm moving both of us.
Yeah, hold up.
Yeah,
Let me.
I'm putting you right there for a second.
Yeah,
right there.
yeah. Understandable.
So first off, I'm moving 4 as a normal action. 1, 2, 3, 4, right here. I'm then going to boost through the door for the additional 1, 2, 3, 4. When I boost, I get my next ram has a plus on accuracy, and I get to knock back an additional 2.
Hell yeah.
I'm then going to ram this guy. Let me get my. I think that's just a normal attack, right?
Caliban is active. Caliban activated.
Time for football.
I don't know if I have just a ram attack, so I'll just have to roll this, right?
Yeah, it's just a, attack with your grit, I think. Do you have any... I believe there's also, talents that give you, accuracy to ramming, but I don't know if you have those yet.
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
Okay.
so this is going to be absolutely fantastic. I got to make sure I'm reading
That
everything.
absolutely
because
works. Yeah,
There is like a million things here that I need to read about this. So,
that's a critical ram.
yeah, so I believe first off I'm doing... Yeah, critical hits gain knockback 1, so this is knockback 3. So this
Okay,
guy's
yep.
going to get hit for knockback 3. The first part is slam is once a round whenever I hit a dude into a wall, mech, or other obstacle, they have to do a hull check or take 1d6. Also, they're just going to take an additional 1d6.
Okay.
So,
So I have to make the whole check, and that
Yeah.
the difference here is between 2d6 or 1d6 damage, right?
no,
No,
they
do the-
automatically
do the-
take a 1d6 because
That's what I mean.
of-
If I succeed on it, I still take 1d6.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I meant. All right, so Scourer, you have a +1 to hull. You're not the worst at it.
Would that damage the Goliath too, since you're slamming it?
We'll get to that in a second.
Okay, great.
This is going to be marked as an attack. It's not an attack. It's
Yeah.
just... All right, a 10. Your save target is like 11, right?
I gotta figure out what that is. Save target. God, there's
It's
like a
at the
million papers.
bottom right of the comp con sheet.
It's 12.
12? All right, I failed. So I'll
Okay, so it takes 2d6.
You can roll it, or I could if you... Doesn't matter
Oh,
to me.
sure. I should really put these down on a thing. Okay, so it additionally for it to be knocked prone, because that's the normal ram thing that's going on. Kinetic mass transfer allows me to make it so it needs to not kinetic. Where is the right one? God, I had these all up before. I know I can make it so it is. Where is that stupid thing? Yeah, so it's already getting knocked prone. It's also, since it's hitting another person, they have to do a whole save or they're getting knocked prone too.
Because it's not you doing it exactly, the Goliath cannot be knocked prone by the Scourer being pushed into
No,
it.
it doesn't count, even though Wrecking Ball says that all knockbacks, the Caliban counts as size 3 for inflicting knockback in any ram, ranged, or melee attack.
I figured because it was specifically that... You know what? All right, fair. It does read as such. Fair enough. All right, then the Goliath, I believe, has a huge hull bonus. Yeah, +4.
I'm just thinking of that picture of the guys pushing the little domino, and then eventually the big domino also falls over.
The Goliath definitely stays standing.
Okay, well, I tried. And I believe the little guy is not only prone, but he's impaired. I think, let me find where that thing is.
Probably.
I mean, that's the end of my turn. I'm just trying to figure out where this thing is.
You're allowed to move following it as well, I believe. So
Yeah, but
wanted
I'm
to.
gonna stay one away. I'll figure out where this thing is. There's like a million different.
Goliath, +4 hull, -2 agility. It has evasion 6 and E defense of 6.
And you know what? I'm just gonna put these into a notepad so I can actually refer to the things. My turn's done. Sorry.
Okay. Fair enough. Oh, right. My bad. Sorry. The Razor Swarm on the Plasma Queen's turn also should have moved forward 2 spaces. And then
Stay safe
on
in bug corridor.
yes, also should have done this.
I'll be fine.
All right, fair enough. Plasma Queen's turn number 2 pops up. I'm going to go and roll that again. That is a recharge. It's going to deploy a second Razor Swarm, which also moves on to and touches non-refundable deposit.
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, the initial one moved twice?
It gets to move on the Plasma Queen's turn. The Plasma Queen takes 2 turns,
Oh,
so
okay.
it moves twice over the course of those.
All right, well, hey, now we get to find out what the swarm does.
Yeah, I believe it's going to be when you start your turn into it. So once your turn comes up, I'll tell you what it does.
What if I never take my turn?
Then it'll happen at the end of the round. Sorry,
All
buddy.
right, so-
Damn. Okay.
So is it time for us to do a move?
It's not done yet. That was one quick action. So
Okay.
I'm also going to have it go attack against within sensors, since technically everywhere is within sensors now. That sounds like a good move. All right. It's going to go ahead and do a tech attack against pushing up daisies, which I am also aware. You just have a penalty on system checks? Is
Yeah,
what it
it's
is
a
with
negative
computer,
1
right?
to computers.
Yeah, but you don't have a
computer.
penalty to your E defense for that.
No, it just says -1 or +1 difficulty on system saves and checks.
Right, since this isn't either of those, it's fine. That's
Okay.
fine. Just gonna go and do a quick attack against it then. Again, it's just going to have the thing say here. It's not actually going to be an attack exactly. 9. Does that beat your E defense?
Yes, it's 8.
Okay. All right. So first off, you take 2 heat, as this is functionally an invade, and then because this is successful, you have to choose between becoming immobilized and impaired until the end of your turn, or let me move you 5 spaces right now.
Immobilized
Is
and
he gonna
impaired.
make you go in?
Yeah, I'd love to go in, but he's gonna make me move into the fucking Razor Swarm, which I don't want to do. So I'll just stay immobile.
Okay. Fair enough.
And impaired, you said, right? I'll just put a.
And
icon.
impaired as well, yes.
I don't know which one is impaired, so we'll just go with that guy.
Doesn't really matter. It's fine. Actually,
Anything that reminds
probably,
you of your status.
I just remembered right now. I completely fucked up and forgot about this until just now. Apologies to Doc Dubs, who actually sent me a whole bunch of helpful overlays that I should have installed into this, because it includes stuff like impaired and being able to go and do more things. I forgot to do that. That skipped my mind. I'll do that for next time.
Nice.
All right, now it's your turn.
I mean, we're thinking the Seether doesn't really have much now, right? Because it had one system and it got blown out. So, like,
It still has an axe. Just throwing that out there.
how long range is
Queen-
that axe?
Melee.
Like,
One.
the Queen has exceptional
Right.
sensors, but there's no sign that the individual mechs have access to the grid.
Correct.
So I don't know. Well, you could spend the effort to finish off this either, or scoot over here.
I was thinking just let y'all in the center start moving, and then I can just back up and be where there's an issue. That's not a problem. Moral Hazard is glad to go last in a case where there's not an immediate threat. Like, worst thing is this thing, boosts at me, it, moves 5, boosts another 5, overcharges another 5, and takes a swing at me. Whatever.
It can't overcharge, so it can't actually
Okay.
get into melee range of you.
I'll go last.
Yeah, I can melee the whole boar
Ooh.
if we want to do that. Become the threat.
Looking at some of my options here. All right, because what I'm thinking is I will shift over into the corner here. And then lock onto and tech attack the Goliath.
Feel free.
Since I could spike a bunch of heat into it. And I do have the first tier of hacker. Which
If
gives
you
me an
plan on doing
opportunity to
this-
move things.
If you plan on doing this, you get a +1 accuracy on tech attacks against it.
All
It
right,
doesn't
yeah.
have the impaired quality like most RPVs do, but all of these mechs are technically remote piloted by the Plasmic Queen. So that means you get an additional accuracy on them. They are vulnerable to attack actions.
All right then. So yeah, I'll move over there to maintain my invisibility. Well, I suppose I'll move after the attack happens. It's all still in range, so.
Mhm.
And yeah, since I'll be applying and then taking advantage of a lock on, that'll mean 2 accuracy.
Yeah, I believe so.
All right then. Attack.
Oh,
Yes.
excellent. Natural 20 on top of everything else. That's a critical tech.
All right,
If
so
that
that's an
matters.
invade, and because of Snow Crash, it takes either 2 additional heat or I move it 3 spaces.
Is that I choose or you choose?
It is target chooses.
Okay, I'll take the additional 2 heat.
All right. And I will just go ahead and deploy the Shrike Protocol. Until end of its next turn, takes 2 heat whenever they attack.
Mm-hmm.
It's spicy.
That is fine with me. All right, my turn. I'm going to have the Goliath actually go here, and it's going to pick up and like right the Scourer, is what it's going to do. It's going to
Oh,
spend
no
a quick
fun.
action to do that.
No, me help.
The only difference is that you have like it's the Goliath taking its turn to do it instead of the Scourer. You know.
How kind of it to set up your bowling pin again, Kubo.
Please, no bully Scourer.
Please, you small, no bowling.
He's my son. How dare you?
Never talk to me or my son ever again.
Yeah, it's also going to go ahead and it's going to use its own quick tack attack against pushing up daisies as well. Gonna go ahead and do that. This is actually just a D20 is the funny thing. This also does count as attack, I believe. Well, all right, failure. That's fine. It tried to do crush targeting against you, which would have actually made it so that you couldn't really see anything else but the Goliath and have +3 difficulty attack anything except the Goliath. But it failed, so doesn't do anything.
Well, that's good.
Oh, you'll love to see it.
All right, that does count as attack, I believe. So I'm gonna go ahead and give 2 more heat, getting up to 6 out of 8. It's fine. Don't worry about it. And it's going to go ahead and move what little it can.
What's
I
its
believe
move?
it literally 3. It has 3 movement.
Yeah.
1, 2, and sure, it's just gonna get into the center, kicking away some of that debris from the destroyed guy. All right, Goliath has done its turn. It's your turn now.
All right. I can take my turn if you want. Who's left? It's
You
just
go
me
ahead.
and Ty, right? Oh no, there's also. I think that's just me and Ty, right?
Yeah.
Newbie hasn't
Newbie
acted
still
yet
hasn't gone.
this round.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. And I already said I'm going last, so go ahead.
The Goliath doesn't take up Like, what actual hexes does this thing take up? That's kind of important, I
Uh,
guess.
It will take up a.
Can you give
This.
it like size 1 aura?
Right there. It takes up
Oh,
those.
like that. So if I wanted to go,
You can't go around it on the upside unless you're gonna go into the damage field.
I would have to enter that, right? Yeah.
Correct. Yes. Every tile that you can see that this actually touches, it is touching those. Except for this one, which looks like it touches it, but basically doesn't actually. But that's it.
I'm gonna do this. So for my first movement, then I'll go next to it,
Mhm.
and then I'm going to expend a Blade Master die to feint it as a
Okay.
free action, which allows me to ignore engagement, and I don't provoke reactions from it until the start of my next turn for the Goliath.
All right. So you're basically going to go and ignore any Overwatch it does, for instance.
Correct.
All right.
I actually have a dope idea. I just
And
came
then
up
I
with
can
it.
actually, I could attack the Scourer. That's what I could do.
How?
And you can push the Scourer. The Scourer is
Yeah.
baby. It's very easy to push.
Because then I can get around so the Goliath can't like do anything. Get into engagement with the Scourer.
Mhm.
Or actually, wait a second. Is it just in range? No, it's not. I have to go around. Okay. I might as well get close. I'll boost then for my
Yeah.
quick action, and then yeah, I'll skirmish. So I'll attack the Scourer with my War Pike.
Yep. Makes sense.
There we go. And I'm
The
going to. That's expending a thermal charge for an
Mhm.
explosion.
And the thermal charge does the explosive damage.
Yeah,
Right?
plus 1d6 explosive. So
Yeah. It's relevant. The Scourer has resistance to. Wait a second. This is a main weapon. It has resistance to both energy damage and main weapons.
okay, yeah,
So
yeah.
it's going to take 4 damage from this. That's
Cool.
still going to put it into structure damage territory, I think. No, barely not. Okay.
And then with that attack, I also get my Nexus.
Sorry, it was supposed to be right here. Yep, that hits as well. And that's
And then
going to
yeah,
do 3.
I'll knock it towards pushing up daisies with my
Oop.
knockback.
Okay.
And then I get skirmish after I attack, so I'll move 3 that way.
4. I believe that is also. Yeah, that is also system trauma. Hold on a second.
Yep.
1. So one of its weapons is destroyed.
Yeah, it's not
It's
energy
one
damage,
weapon.
It's explosive, yeah.
We did it again, team. We
Yep.
were the best. One shot, one kill. Woo!
There we go. And then that gives me another die, so I'm back to 1 Blade Master die. So yeah, that is that. Cool. I'll call it there. I don't think I want to overheat this turn.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh man,
Alright.
Scourer, huh? You just got thoroughly defanged. Its
Oh, it was the
weapon is
Scourer that
strong.
lost its gun. Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yep.
Its weapon is nasty. It does 6 energy damage with a +1 attack and +1 accuracy. It doesn't get to do that now. It
Sick.
doesn't get to do that. It sucks.
It sounds like you need to start giving your max pistols that they can maybe blow up.
Hey, not
Hey,
refundable.
this is just a
It's your-
stock one.
It's your move,
it's-
right? Not refundable.
No, it's my
Or
turn.
they're still for you. Okay, you still have moves to do. Got it.
Whole bore over here. Gonna go ahead and stabilize to reload
Makes sense.
at the full action. So that's a most it can do. It is going to move as well, though. And it's going to move back.
I actually didn't roll the explosive damage on my War Pike.
because
Because I got
automatically did it did.
No, it
Oh,
was
wait.
2d6 because I get a d6 from boosting.
Okay,
I
fair.
forgot
We'll
to do
go ahead and
That's
roll
my
it.
bad. Sorry, I forgot to. It was 5 explosive as well.
Okay, so an additional
my
3
bad.
damage. All right, the whole board will then move back here a little bit. Confusingly, by the way, when it moves, it teleports.
Whoop.
Big shrug. Should it move there? Probably shouldn't. It should actually move up a little bit. Yeah, there we go.
I don't know what you mean.
Why would you not want to move?
Why would you
Yeah.
want to move roughly within 20, 20 units of moral hazard?
I mean, personally, it's actually aiming down this way, but, you know, because it's a line attack is what it fires. It's not just a
okay.
single hit.
That makes sense. Yeah.
All right. That's the turn. It's stabilized, so
Alright.
it reloaded.
All right, so
Non-refundable.
newbie
You're up.
Yeah, give me a moment.
At the start of your turn, because you're in the Razor Swarm,
Yep.
you take 2 burn.
Rough.
Although in your case, this is an area of effect effect.
That's right, baby. 1 burn.
You get 1 burn.
Yeah, so,
what
the
does
procedure?
burn class?
You
Is that just HP damage?
you take HP damage right away, and then at the end of your turn, you do a hull save to try and clear
I
the
believe it's
burn.
engineering.
Okay, this is poison.
Engineering.
Got it.
Engineering. Yeah, it's poison.
Okay,
Does Drake have resistance to poison?
I have resistance.
Drake has resistance to anything they use that does AoE damage.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Just
And when I do my barricade thing, if you're behind my barricade, you get that resistance as well.
great. That's gonna be really useful.
Yeah. So anyway, gonna double move to once again be on top of my good friend pushing up daisies. Hello.
Better not bring these razors over here.
No, they're staying down there for now. But anyway, gonna move up here and shoot a concussive rocket at the Goliath
Anyway, start blasting.
to attempt to knock it back too.
That's not going to succeed. It's immune to knockback by anything smaller than it.
Dang.
You should be
The
cool like
only
me.
the only thing that allows the Caliban to do that is because the Caliban can knock back anything larger than it, unless it's size 4.
Okay. Then I'm gonna change my decision here and just shotgun the Scourer.
Yeah, fair enough.
Actually, no, I'm in melee range. Hello, friend.
Sword.
Yes, big.
Slice. And that's a heavy weapon. There is some energy damage, which it is resistant to, but the kinetic damage is going to be full.
And it's
Yeah.
armor piercing. Gross.
Yep. So the Scourer actually has some armor. I forgot about that. That's good to know. It actually should have taken 4 less damage there. It's still within structure, but yeah. Okay. Heavy charge blade. That does 8 damage there. Gross. And that is armor piercing. So
Yeah, that's max damage though. That's not a, that's a sometimes food right there.
oof. Scourer, buddy. That doesn't feel good for you. Speaking of, it's your turn now, Scourer, and it's gonna lock on twice, is what it's gonna do. It's gonna lock on to middle management blues, and it's gonna lock on to non-refundable deposit.
It's weird. Why didn't it attack?
Yeah, I wonder why.
That's
Lock on.
crazy.
Locking on also doesn't require a roll, correct? No, wait.
No, if you're in
There's no
Centaur's
roll.
range.
Right. Okay. Yes.
Lock on.
But it does
just
still
works.
take a invasion. Like, it takes an action still.
It is a
Gotcha.
quick tech action to lock on.
It's not going to run away or anything because if it moves, it's going to get double overwatched.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I want to have that happen.
Really?
It could dodge.
It could theoretically dodge. All right, so that's my turn. That means that the only one left is moral hazard.
Yeah. Okay, so I have 6 movement here. Bar is about 10. Great, and I'm not in line with the rest of the team. Beautiful. I'm just gonna move. Let's go a little bit in the hallway. there. So I don't know if that's legal space. If not, scoot me down one.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, great. And I'm gonna barrage with my missile rack and my vulture.
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
Boom stat.
At the Goliath.
Mhm.
That's probably the best idea.
Yeah. I did not stabilize, so I get accuracy with the DMR because it has it inherently.
This whole boar is gonna fuck us up next turn.
Oh, we are so fucked.
Minimum damage, but that's fine.
Again, let me check my character sheet.
All right, and
Goliath
missile rack
has a lot of
coming in
meat,
hot.
but no armor. Is the fun note about
Yeah.
that.
All right.
Wow.
Oh, I
also
guess-
minimum damage, I guess.
Yeah, I guess they both hit, so I don't need to reroll because I could get perfected targeting, but that doesn't do more damage.
Yeah. You do in fact like hit with both of them. It's very easy to hit the Goliath. It has 6 evade. It is literally only 1 higher than if it was a stationary target.
Cool. Well,
That's low.
I just go into everyone's comms and just shrug in disappointment at my own performance. Just can't all be Zinger's team.
You still did damage to it. It still worked.
Every turn can't be 22 damage from Gibraltar.
Dang.
I am going to go ahead and give the Seether an agility save to see if it catches itself from going into space.
Also,
After getting super blasted.
Yes.
Kuvo, for what it's worth, right now you have hard cover.
I know it still sucks though because we're gonna get blasted by armor piercing shit.
Yeah. Hey, man. Who do you think cares the most about armor piercing shot right now?
Okay, natural 20. All right, yeah, no, it like pulls the axe out and it like slaps into the floor here, carving out chunks of the floor, but it does manage to stop its momentum. And keeping it in the fight. If not effectively, it's still in the fight though.
I like the thought of Gibraltar turning the corner because he's like, that guy's dealt with, and then you hear the scraping of metal and you go, oh no.
Oh no.
All right, snap to center. 5 boost. Yeah, there we go. Needs to get relatively close for sensors range. It is going to do a quick tech invade on Moral Hazard to just do the regular invade of
Okay, great.
regular stuff. Your E defense
So what
is how
save
high?
do I need to roll? 1 sec. Oh shit! Sorry, I accidentally clicked the wrong thing. 1 sec. Hold up.
It's just what your E defense is.
Yeah. Sorry, I accidentally switched to another page. Where mech? E defense is 8.
Okay. That's a 19 rolled plus 2, so that's pretty good.
I do think that will be beat 8. Yes.
Yes. All this does is the heat, but you take 4 heat from this,
Okay, great. I'm a spicy meatball.
which puts you into the danger zone.
I'm at 6. Yeah, I am in concerningly hot territory. But it's cool because my plan this turn anyway was to reload and
Stabilize?
cool. Yeah, my plan was to open all the vents on Moral Hazard for a round, but yeah.
Got a
So
question.
no difference.
Does multiple hardcover stack?
No. Hard cover is you have it or you don't. That's all. Yeah.
I was gonna
Alright.
push Goliath into the path of this fucking oncoming horrible shot, which is hopefully gonna be funny, but
Yeah. All right. It is now round 3, turns of reset.
And it is our turn.
Yep. You go first.
Yeah.
I have questions.
Who has the biggest plan for a move?
I mean,
Yeah.
my move is just to deheat and stuff before I receive any more heat from the guy attempting to overheat me.
can middle management do anything about this whole board before it lights 3 of us up?
I can harass the shit out of it and move it backwards so it can't shoot you two.
That works.
Yeah.
It would still be able to shoot me in Moral Hazard though, probably.
So
it would have to pick.
yeah, I have a question. It What kind of damage is the beam?
Explosive. And it's a line, so you do have resistance against it.
Yeah. Dope.
Well, then you give that resistance to pushing up too, right? To daisies.
Well, no. I have to become the emplacement in order to do that.
Yeah, that's the core power is
If you
deploying the big shield.
If you want to jump into melee and knock him back into the hallway, I could run up and become the emplacement to block him out from walking into the hallway anymore.
Because what I could do is I could either push him into the hallway a bit, or I could push him into this electric orb. Assuming I hit, of course.
Yeah, like how far can you shove him? Because if you shove him into the orb, you might create a situation where he has to shoot through the Goliath if he wants to hit the big pile.
It's a knockback 1, but I could overheat and hit him again. So I could push him twice, basically.
Let me see what kind of action my thing is, because I could also hit him with a rocket.
This is assuming that I let you go, though, after it gets hit. Functionally, what you have is one turn to do something against the whole board before
we're sussing out which turn.
Okay, so here's the thing. Who needs the cover more, middle management or Daisy?
Pushing daisies is significantly easier to hit. I'll just throw that out there.
I probably don't need it, but I have a 15 for hit, so and I can resist damage potentially.
All right.
And actually, I could try and trip his ass. I don't know if that would do anything, but I could also do that.
What is the rest of the team thing? Is I think our two options here is try and have middle management disrupt him one way or another, or I can become the emplacement and shield daisies.
I'm fine with trying to get in the way. That's kind of my goal.
Go ahead.
All right.
All right.
I'd say the best bet, if you have like a move for it, is the trip rather than the reposition.
Okay.
But if you were just gonna try and like do a skill check for the trip,
putting this away was a mistake. I'm bringing it back. It's fine. There you go.
Oh no. Yeah, the trip would be versus a I believe it's an agility check versus my save. Yeah, an agility save is what they would make. So we could do that and try that. It's just a quick action, and I can still attack.
Yeah, go in there, mess him up, see what you can do.
If I wanted to... This is still within range of threatening the Goliath if it moves to, which is neat.
Yeah, and the Goliath can't react to you moving away from it either still, right? Because its turn hasn't come up yet.
Yeah. It's also one away from me. Anyways, so, well, if it had threat radius...
It has a shotgun for what it's worth, so it does have an extended threat range.
Let me double check. I think that was only till the end of my turn.
If that is the case, I would love to take a shot at you over this.
It's till the start of my next turn, so correct.
Okay, so if as you moved through away from it, I would like to Overwatch against you.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Not that like it's a particularly dangerous one or anything like that. It's just a standard. I'm not going to use up the accuracy against you
So far, yeah.
It completely whiffs. You're good.
Okay.
And how strike code works, by the way, or whatever it is for from small claims. Is it end of its next turn?
At end of this turn, strike code wears off. So
okay, so it does not cause more heat.
All right, so I'll move up next to the hole borer.
You're going as you're going in for the trip. I yell you, "Don't fuck this up!" as I hand you a leadership die.
Okay. So what does the leadership die do again? Is it just a
You get either an accuracy bonus or you get a damage bonus.
Or if you
Okay.
really want to hold it, you can use it for a D6 damage reduction as well. But yeah, you can use it as an accuracy die or bonus damage.
Neither of those are relevant if this is a agility save I
Because
have
it's a
to do.
save, yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
Well, you can always use
I'll mark it with this
the-
angel thing, so I know I
Yeah.
have it then.
just a reminder for everyone else. If you don't use the accuracy die, it's not use it or lose it. If you don't use it, I just get it back.
Yeah. I'm gonna do a cool slide to try and trip it. Well, I'm gonna try and trip it, but I'm doing the cool slide with it.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice. That one's pretty cool. That's actually a pretty cool
Yep.
slide.
Get
And
that
then
one
it
on
has
the demo reel.
Whoa, that was like a M Bison slide. Sick.
Yeah, right. Then it has to make
Alright,
a
and-
agility save or it falls prone.
What's your save target?
I believe it's 11. So yeah, it makes it.
Exactsies then. All right.
So that uses up my die for my Blade Master die. I'm going to then use my other quick action to skirmish with my main weapon against the whole borer. And I'm not going to expend the thermal charge on this one. I also didn't boost, so...
That does still hit, and it does still do damage, so...
And
No
then the
problems there.
Nexus against it as well.
And that definitely hits.
And then I'll bump it into the corner here with my knockback.
Boop. Okay.
That gives me another die. Oh, I hit it, so I'm gonna move up next to it again. That gave me a die, and then I'm gonna overheat
You're gonna push it again?
to try and trip it again
Oh, okay.
with my last quick action that I get from the overheat, and that'll use all my dice. Knock it in the corner and try and trip it. That's the plan.
I respect it. You want to get that Oki. I
Nope.
feel-
It's not
Nope.
a success on the agility save, though.
All right.
Damn.
All right, then.
Is chicken blocking over here?
I'm body blocking it at least, so...
Well, it's a line attack, though, so the
I
body
know,
blocking doesn't
yeah.
actually do anything.
Finally, Doc gets to do a move. Here comes
I get to do
Obir.
a cool move. I have 3 people in one shot. Let's go!
Is that scour
And
also
you're
gonna
gonna
get
hit the
blasted?
scour, which
Where's
is great.
the-
The scour actually will not get hit. It hits a single line, and I can drag a line between...
Oh, just any line. Got it.
Yeah,
Well,
I can go ahead and hit exactly like this, which will not hit the scourer.
at least Daisy has hard cover.
Yes. So I
Okay,
have...
so to be sure of things here, exactly which hex is middle management in? Yeah, okay, I see you're drawing from middle management's hex.
Yes,
Okay,
and
we're good.
for middle management blues, the hex that, you default to is like exactly the one you're on.
Yep.
So there you go. It's a perfect shot. It's
Shapes.
perfect. I love it. This is the most beautiful shot I've ever had.
Thread the
Oh,
needle.
I cannot wait. The beams begin.
Team,
Yeah,
we knew about the beams.
I
We knew
did my
about the
best.
beams,
Yeah.
bro.
So if
Now
this is one attack roll for 2 of us, and I
I have to
hard
roll
cover.
3 attack rolls.
Yeah, I was
is
about
what
to
it
say.
is.
I was wondering how
Yeah.
that works.
It's
I rolled
3
damage
attack-
once, 3
Yeah,
attacks.
damage once.
All right, here we go. I have an accuracy against both middle management blues and non-refundable deposit. I've got two difficulty on pushing up daisies. Let's make double sure here. Yes, there it is. Submit and then +1. All right, critical hit on middle management blues. Don't worry, crits don't do anything. So I finally hit you though. It feels
That's true.
great.
God, 3 weeks of trying to hit these assholes. Just refuse.
Oh my god. You're not that easy to miss, are you, newbie?
What is this attacking?
This is evasion against your regular defense.
Hey, so remember how I have 3+ agility?
I would have hit you otherwise, wouldn't I?
If I didn't have the 3+ agility, you would have hit. But yes, actually, non-refundable is very dodgy. I have 9 evasion.
Nice. There you go.
Nice movement, dude.
All right, and then this is against pushing up daisies.
Yeah.
The only
Dang.
one to hit
Yeah.
was the dodgiest person.
I still got
That
the
point
body
blank
block
range.
in. I'll count it.
Mhm.
The shield just deflects the beam around the
Yep.
side.
All right, so you tank an entire shot from this cannon, and it's bad news. It does 10 damage to you, but you know that doesn't even
Sorry,
destroy your go
sorry.
through a structure off you.
With the point,
Yeah.
All right.
with the point blank beam firing, and the fact that we didn't get hit at all, and the green color, I got an extremely like Piccolo taking the beam for the two of us image out of this.
You body blocked. It worked.
Hmm.
Can
All right, then.
moral hazard? Were we down for
Oh,
moral hazard?
yeah,
to go?
you were- Now
there
that the
is there is
beam-
an additional factor on this.
All right. What
Yeah.
else?
You need to make an engineering save here.
3.
That is a failure. You are shredded and impaired until your next turn, and at the end of your next turn.
Okay.
So, I believe it's you don't benefit from armor at all, and you have a difficulty on all things you do.
No
attacks
armor
and
or
saves.
resistance. Yeah.
Right, there we go. Finally, I hit someone with my cool move. I've been desiring cool moves for so long.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm proud of you. Yeah.
Thank you, I
It's
appreciate
a good
it.
move.
I gain
right.
+1 difficulty on attack, saves, and checks. Yeah. Okay.
And just gonna also mark out. This did also destroy these walls full on. These are opened up and
Is
destroyed.
the area depressurizing? He's
Yes,
oxygen here.
actively and continuously, but it's producing enough that it's actually keeping up with it.
Oh, I see. Because I was about to say these razor swarms would just fly out the side of this thing.
Yeah, the fact that the core is on fire does mean that it's still working. Otherwise, it would have gone out.
The fire means it's working.
Yeah,
It
it's
does,
fine.
genuinely.
All right.
All right.
Well, moral
Your turns,
hazard. Just all the vents kick out of this thing. It's just steaming like a big old anime thing. It's great. Reloading everything. Down to 0 heat. Gonna overcharge once. So take 1 heat here immediately. Because why wouldn't I?
Mhm.
And I'm gonna skirmish with the DMR and my freshly reloaded missiles, which puts me back to 2 heat. I love being hot. Actually, it's good, dummies.
That is
And
the build.
vulture.
Might I interest you in the best mech, the Tokugawa?
Oh, is it all about being spicy?
Yeah, you want to be
actually,
hot.
it also interacts really well with moral hazard because it would it's able to extend its range significantly. If you were in the danger zone, you'd
nice.
have like 32 range.
Anyway.
Alright.
do the
And
move.
I'm gonna kick on Core Siphon for the first shot here because I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
DMR at the borer. So that means this first one gets an additional accuracy. I'm not moving, so I get an additional accuracy. The DMR inherently has 1 accuracy.
Mhm.
And I get +1 on this roll, so this is a 3 accuracy shot. I'll get a difficulty on the missile rack.
That hits for sure.
Okay. Yep. So that's the whole borer. Taking
Yep.
that.
It needs to make a
And-
structure check because it has just gone down on 1. That's a 5, which is just impaired, I believe. Yeah, it's a glancing blow. It's impaired until its next turn.
Okay. And then this next one, I gain 1, but I also lose. Is 2 accuracy plus 1 difficulty 1 accuracy? Is that how that
correct.
Yeah.
works?
Yeah,
They
that's how it
cancel
works.
out 1 to
Okay.
1.
Great. Missile rack. This is on the Goliath, because it is too far to get the whole board.
Okay. Yep. That definitely hits. And that also forces it to make a. Uh-oh.
I love forcing structure checks. It's what I do.
Mech is destroyed.
It blew up.
Yeah, it crunches into its head. Well,
yeah.
actually, no. Because it's unpiloted, you actually crunch into its leg, and you force it to fall down, and then it gets tangled up in all of this debris and stuff in a way that prevents it from moving anymore.
It looks a lot like the explosion of the cyber demon.
Cool. Well, that's my turn.
All right. Hostiles.
Yes, hostiles.
Alien
Hostiles get to
movement.
act. Alien movement. You know what? It has to boost to be able to hit you as well. All right. Hey, guess what? I have an axe.
Oh Lord.
Moral hazard's getting the axe.
Will Ty finally bleed?
Will this be multiple different firsts in one go? Let's see here. Yes!
Oh jeez.
Ah, axe. This isn't a heavy melee axe. It does 7 damage.
Oof.
Chop a leg off there.
Mm-hmm. The damage has occurred. All right. Well, that was my turn, though.
Well, I could probably kill the Scourer right now. If you want me to go. I was,
The Scourer
impaired-
can't attack.
It can still punch you.
Yeah.
Okay.
You said I was impaired and also immobile, right? I think.
Yeah, you can't move, unfortunately. And I think you can't move even if you follow something, if you ram it. But at the same time, you can just ram it into what's left of this
It
door.
says this
so you
movement
can
is
still
of
do
the same action, ignores engagement, and doesn't provoke reaction. So I don't know how you want to read that for not moving.
it sounds like it's just still movement that you would have to make.
Okay, that's fair enough. I guess I will start off with a barrage on this guy. We're going to start off with the shotgun, and this is at one difficulty on top of the inaccurate. So
So yeah, 2 difficulty.
yeah. That one? That's still a crit. Did that work right? Why didn't it put the thing in there?
You still rolled a 20, so you're gonna hit it regardless.
Well, they didn't roll the difficulty in there, which is weird.
Yeah, I guess
Strange.
it does matter because if it was okay, there is a 2 in there, which means it's not a crit.
Okay. Still, though, that is going to do however much damage it was, 4 or 5 damage, and it's going to knock it back a space away from me. Additionally, I guess I need to put that on. Maybe that's why it didn't work. I get to shoot my pistol as the aux weapon for free action.
That's going to be a miss.
Okay. And then I'm going to try to hit it with the hammer. That's not actually a hammer, it's just called a hammer. But that also misses.
Yes.
Okay, well, I guess I missed a lot, so that sucks.
For what it's worth, damage from pushing, does that always happen? If you can,
If it
make a
can
five or
push you
something?
into things.
This right here is a tank that's on fire, and it
I
is
thought that
something
was just
you
an
just pushed
effect.
into.
In that
No,
case,
that's an item. Yeah. the
it
thing.
automatically takes 1d6, and it has to roll a whole check for an additional d6.
Good news, it has 1 life. It doesn't matter what it rolls here, it's destroyed.
Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. I thought that was just like an effect or something. I didn't know that was a tank.
No, there is a tank that is on fire over here. It's hard to notice, I see that, but it is a thing there.
Cool. Shotgunned it right into an explosive barrel.
Classic.
I guess that is my move my turn since I can't move anymore.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Yeah, so just quietly keeping track of the threat zone of how far the swarms would be able to move this turn.
Yeah, I'm getting the hell out of there.
'Cause now it is
Once-
now it's queen time.
It is queen time, yes. Because it's going to
Bug noises.
boop, and then boop. And then it's, because it's its turn, I'm going to roll 1d6 to see if that comes back. It does, so it's going to deploy another one. Going to
More
deploy this one up
swarms.
here. In a free area within sensors, actually. Oh, I could have been deploying these literally anywhere. My mistake. Yeah, it's going
Well.
to deploy it directly on top of you two.
Sure.
What jerks.
Don't worry, you don't take damage till next turn.
And let's see what else.
Daisies, will you forgive me if I ditch you to go help Moral Hazard?
No, that's fine. Makes sense.
Yeah, and then boop over to here. That's a round cover. Census range is how far? Not
Or
quite
the-
in range to. For this one right here, its actual natural sensors needs to be the case as opposed to.
I can
extended
come over
ones.
here to back up Moral Hazard. You should probably start actually moving on the queen and pressuring the queen.
Yeah, the queen cannot do an additional move.
All right, so if that
Actually,
is-
no, it can. It can. It's going to go ahead and do drone barrage against middle management blues over here, which is the quick tech action I did before. All right, so middle management blues, you have to either become immobilized and impaired until the end of your next turn, or move 5 spaces. Flux? Well, it appears that Boix has stepped away. Meanwhile, thank you so much, Dr. Dubs, for that excellent depiction of the big boy.
Oh wow, it's a good I like the little tread feet.
It
Yeah, because
is.
the mech does have tread feet.
It is very large.
I
Hold
didn't
on,
notice.
Let's zoom out a bit. Beams.
Beams!
Beams.
Beam!
That's pretty good.
Excellent.
Just for a quick bit of context, the beams that the whole borer has here is a weapon that is on normally a size 4 mech.
The wonders of
Titan.
technology.
It is, for those aware, it is the I believe it's called the spinal cannon.
All right, so
Spinal cannon.
clarity question here.
Spinal
Exactly
lance.
how large is the footprint on one of these swarms? Could we get the shape drawn out?
It's exactly what it has here. I know it's a little bit hard to tell.
It-
It's
it
a
looks
size
like-
one
Give
blast.
me an
Yeah.
outline.
It's size
What
one
is
blast.
in and not.
Yeah.
Okay, size 1 blast.
So if I go down this hallway, I am walking through all of these.
Yeah, I'm just planning
yeah.
around not over. Yeah, so if I'm like a night move away from somebody, then we're not in the same zone.
I can't give this a.
So I will move over here, and then actually just go ahead and barrage the Seether.
Mhm.
Open up on them with first the burst launcher. Which, alright, yeah, so. Yeah, burst launcher is accurate. So, thump.
That does hit.
Alright, so 3 and a
So-
heat.
3 and a heat.
And then, yep, I'm in range for thermal pistol. Has no accuracy. Right, just a flat 2 more energy. Then
Okay.
I did not come into range of throwing knife. Knife is left idle. Tragedy ensues.
Dang. Rough. Was that your turn then?
Yes.
You can overcharge.
Could overcharge. And
You
do
could
it.
overcharge to boost and then throw a knife at it. Or just stab it. You could just stab it too.
I'll mark down 1 overcharge to burst launcher it again.
Okay, fair enough.
Be sensible about this.
There you go. Oh, but minimum damage.
Minimum damage, but still stacking on that heat.
Yes. Ah, rough. All right, well, is Boix returned?
Boy,
I'm back. Sorry about that.
Okay, so as an effect that happened from the last turn, you got quick tacked and it worked. you need to either tell me you want to become immobilized and impaired until the end of your next turn, or immediately move up to 5 spaces of my choosing.
Does impair stack? Is my question.
No, so it will just
It would just be
immobilize you.
immobilized. Yeah, whatever. I'll take the immobilize.
Okay.
Let's just pile on all the all
More
the-
status effects.
You're stuck and impaired.
There we go. And shredded.
Yep. All right, so it's my turn again. I'm gonna go ahead and have the Plasma Queen go a second time here. This is gonna move up to. This is gonna move up to. Gonna go ahead and roll d6 to see if I get this back again. I do. Gonna go ahead and deploy another one. This one is going to be deployed onto. Actually, sounds like a good place over here is over here. I can't get both of you in this though, because moral
That
moral
was the
hazard is
plan.
yes. Let me make sure that these are on the back so they don't interfere with people moving shit. All right, and then movement. I think. All right, now you're within sensor range. I'm gonna go and attack Middle Management Blues with my Hunter Killer Nexus weapon. This is a smart weapon. It's targeting your E defense.
Much lower.
Yeah.
That's a 7 for my E defense.
Smart and Seeking. Yeah, 19 would have hit you regardless. You take 3 burn.
That's less than good.
3 burn, not 3 heat.
Yes, that's less than
Does-
good.
Yeah, doesn't stabilize get rid of a lot
Sorry,
of these
sorry,
status
yeah.
effects?
Stabilize will get rid of all of those and also clear all burn, I believe.
Yeah, right.
It's like a pretty good plan.
Where's armor? So I take 3 right now.
And then
At the
at
end of my turn,
your
I'll have
next
to make
turn,
engineering checks or take it again. Okay. Sounds good.
All right then.
Let's put another status effect on there. Is there a fire? Just
Oh, yeah.
multi-ball.
And yeah, don't forget at the beginning of your next turn, you can just stabilize, remove all of that and your heat,
Yeah.
and then overcharge for 1 heat and swing. Yeah.
yeah,
So-
yeah.
If anyone can spare some chip damage at the Seether, it is ready to fall down.
Yeah,
So
Newbie's the
Newbie's
only one
turn, right?
left.
Yeah.
All right, so
By the way, Ty, while you were away, I finally made you bleed.
I know, I had forgotten I had muted for a while. Yeah, I was here.
So-
Okay, fair.
I'm
yeah.
time to propose ideas because there's 2 options here. Although, wait, am I the last turn period?
You're the last person.
Yes.
You're in fact
Okay.
actually not the last turn total. The whole bearer hasn't gone. Yes, it has. Never
Okay.
mind. It was the first
Yes.
thing to go.
So actually,
Go help Blues.
is it so? There are many options here. I can go help lose, or I can go kill the Seether.
If you kill the Seether, I am loaded. I can handle the
Okay.
whole board next turn. Yeah.
So well, first of all, let me roll a whole save to see if I take poison damage.
That's at the end of your turn.
Well, I made the save anyway.
Yeah. All right.
Also, I start in there. So does poison stack?
Actually, you don't make the save. You need to make a 12 to get it.
Rough. Anyway,
And also, it's an engineering check rather than whole.
Yes.
Oh. Well, you're 10. You minus 1 off of that. I'm not going to roll again. All right, so in proper big guy fashion, with no regard for my damage,
This is also an area of effect thing, I suppose. So you have resistance to it.
it's electric though.
Yes, you have resistance to basically all damage types, as so long as it's an area of effect thing.
Let me just double check that real quick, because I'm not 100% sure on that.
Or is it any template attack?
Burn and heat from blast burst, line, and cone. So electric still does normal damage to me.
Are you sure about that? Because doesn't
It
it have the
is-
3
it-
symbols
it
as
is-
well?
It is right here. Hold on. I will copy and paste it into chat from
Resistance
Compound.
to damage and heat from all the Templar attacks. It's not just burn.
Yeah, to damage, burn.
Oh,
Burn and heat.
okay.
Yeah. Electricity is a kind of
Yes.
damage. You're good.
Okay, I didn't know that's.
But it also specifically claims from template attacks. These aren't template attacks. So you actually don't have resistance against it.
Whatever.
I mean, the middle part's just gone. You can just walk not through that.
Yes, there's
Walk
space
around,
to walk.
around the side. Yeah, there's no shit in the middle anymore. You can just walk over that. That got blown up by our friend the Hole Borer.
Are these spots in it?
No. Those are far enough away. It's fine.
Okay, hold up. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We in there. Okay.
Do you only have melee?
No. I have range 5 only and movement 4. So
Oh,
that-
you were checking the range.
Yeah,
Okay,
that
cool.
is move and boost for me to get there. And
Yeah,
then
yeah,
I'm
you're good.
firing a rocket.
Sorry, I thought you were trying to boost in there, and I was like, why? Like, you can just shoot with a pistol.
I don't have the pistol anymore. Yeah, I got rid of the pistol for the rocket launcher that has pushback.
I'm kind of surprised that I think this has been the overall most damage I've managed to do to the group so far.
Oh, that is. I could shoot with the shotgun. Has a bigger damage variance, and I think that's what I'm gonna do. Like in that it. 1 is 1 to 3, 1 is 1 to 6. So I think I have better chance killing this
Newbie, do you
thing.
want to know what damage? What much
Does it
damage
have 1
itself
HP?
has?
It has
It has
literally
1
one,
HP.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Shooting the rocket because it looks cooler. You'll love to
Good
see
news.
it.
The 1 damage is exactly all you need. Explode. The Cedar is
Nailed it.
destroyed. It is that last little nug gets it in some kind of important servo, and it is gone.
The tiny
Better.
arms on the front of Moral Hazard turn to you and give you a thumbs up.
And then I take 1 damage from the burn.
Now you failed the check anyway, so it doesn't
Yes.
really matter. Yeah.
Anyway, that's the final turn, I believe. So
That is the final turn out of... Yeah, that's everyone. So,
Yep, the
we
hostiles
go.
are now just Holes and the Queen.
well, it's a good thing that the hole bearer has to reload, right? Right?
or does. Like, actually, yes, it
Wait.
has to reload. So,
Oh, okay.
As I say, as we sure are in a really tasty line.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Burn
I
is
should
just a
probably not
neutral
fire
check.
first.
It doesn't have a save target invoked.
is it just versus 10 then?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
just
then
a
never
standard
mind. You
check.
actually did succeed at it. Okay.
Barely, but I did. Okay.
All right. In that
Let me
case, I'm going to
remove
go
that.
ahead and I go now because it's just how it do. And I'm going to have... Yeah, it should just be the queen going again. Let me go ahead and roll.
Yeah.
Comes back again. Woo boy, we got spicy moves here. These all move as well. Go and move into Moral Hazard here. This one's actually just going to go and slam on top of Pushing Up Daisies. This one's going to go move up here, move here. And this one right here is going to deploy on top of Middle Management, please.
Okay.
Biohive. It's quite good at this.
Gotta-
Middle
So is
management
this
can
just
go down.
damage at turn start or at end? It's only if we end our
At turn
in it,
start.
right?
It's when you start your turn in it.
Jesus, so this thing can
Okay,
just deal
so-
damage whenever with no checks. Okay.
So moving,
It only I have to recharge it every time it uses it. It just happens to be rolling 6s every time.
It's just using it 19 times. Yeah, got it.
so moving through it doesn't take any damage or anything.
Nope. It's just starting your turn in it.
Oh, good to
Okay.
know.
I could probably go start damaging that queen this turn.
Go for it.
Okay.
I mean, I guess if we're doing it, I mean, we could just leave. We don't have to kill it. Is the thing.
Well, the point was to
except-
kill it, wasn't it?
Yeah, our job is to deal with the threat that is here, one way or
I thought
another.
it was to get the team alpha figured out and like surveil and figure it out. But all right, if we're killing it, we're killing it. I guess.
So hardpoint reinforcement's a mech system. As long as I'm not slowed or immobile, I can resist
You don't
all
necessarily
damage.
have to kill it. You just have to deal with it in some manner.
What if we just blew up the base?
I mean, Hans is
Yeah,
way
it
with
seems
dealing
like
with
the base
stuff.
is a lost cause at this point. It has 17 holes in it. What are we saving?
The core's still
Why don't we
good.
just leave?
The uranium. I guess I will go then. If we don't have any other ideas, so do I have to roll for the
Get in
save
there.
now?
End
No,
of
it's
turn
a-
is when you save to try and, well, yeah, when
you take 2
check
burn for what it's worth.
to try and
Okay,
not,
I get resistance
So
to
there's
damage
no
during my
save
turn.
against that first one. You just take it.
yeah.
While you're in it, as long as you start your turn in it, you take the burn.
Damn, that's brutal.
So no resistance. That sucks. Okay, well,
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to roll a structure check, so hopefully nothing goes bad.
so 7
You can't die in the
there.
first one, so you're fine.
Yeah, same thing's happening to me too. So
Yeah, 7 then 5 would be a. Yeah, it's got to be a move boost and then an overheat to an extra move. So I am here now, which should put me in the range I looked at. Let me make sure I get that right. It's 7, 5 was the next one over. So get a heat, put that up to overcharge, and I'm going to attack this guy with the heavy launcher.
Go for it. It's
Damn.
thankfully pretty easy to hit this. That hits.
Okay, well, it's going to take that damage and get pushed back 2 into the wall over there.
Yep,
I'm also
it
going to
will.
follow it too.
Mhm.
And then it
And-
needs to roll its whole check and also take a d6.
Yes. Its hull is bad. It has a -1 to this. That is a failure, so it is going to go ahead and take an additional d6 again from knocked prone.
Yep.
So yeah, an additional 3 damage.
Hell yeah. So screw you, Queen. Next turn, you're going to have some problems.
Sure is. Like, it's not like the Plaza Queen's actually all that tough. It's just that, it was in an out of the way location.
Yeah.
And it really gummed up getting into it, getting
And
to
the
it.
asinine amount of indestructible razor swarms, yeah.
The best way to
That's
deal with
just-
bugs is big shotguns. So yeah.
And that's just how the Hive mech works in the game.
And it's deploy within how big is its sensor range?
Its sensors in this case are the entire place because of a special thing. No one hacked its ability to just fuck with the cameras.
I thought that's what Clarkson was doing. Oh well.
Doom guy is over here typing on the computer trying to hack.
Doom guy is staring at the computer, grunting repeatedly, wondering why it isn't doing
Oh,
what he wants.
right, it's my turn. Yeah, the whole
Yes.
boar, it gets to go. My bad. That was me. Scour's down. I can get rid of this on thing. Okay, only one thing remains. Well, all right. You're not gonna get access to using your gun again. So I'm gonna go ahead and use your other gun. It's much less dangerous. Seeking, but not arcing. So it can just take a non-complicated. It can't get one like right here to try and hit. It wouldn't be able to hit both anyway. It's going to be hitting non-refundable deposit or trying to here.
Sure.
Complete whiff. And then it's going to, I guess, punch middle management lose. Or try to. There was also a difficulty attached to that. I made a mistake.
I picked up boxing. I know how this works.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Points at the screen. That's boxing right there.
Yeah.
And improvised attacks, I think, just do a d6. and only use your grit. So that means that it just doesn't get one. Oh, wait, no, it does. It gets a +1. Okay, yeah. It deals 3, 4, 6 damage. That's all. I mean, you're probably still going to go ahead and dodge that. Yeah, you fully dodge that.
Hmm.
It tries to punch you and then whiffs entirely.
Duck and weave. Duck and weave.
All right, whole borer is down. It is now y'all's turn.
All right, great. So what do I roll for this unavoidable structure check?
Just roll a d6.
Okay. Roll 1d6.
All right, so you're just impaired this turn.
Which means just the difficulty on whatever I do.
Just 1 difficulty on attacks and saves. That's all.
Okay, tight. All right. Well, so I am gonna take my turn, and since I have evaluated, no fucking way would Gibraltar go any deeper than this, seeing the head-ass amount of razor swarms, and my fragile baby, my poor baby, would not handle this. I am going to go ahead and okay, so I have 1 difficulty, but I'm gonna core siphon it, and it's already inherently accurate plus the 1, so it's only 2 accuracy. I am going to attempt to remove the whole borer from the game.
Go for it.
And let's go.
Yep, that hits.
Nice.
Is
Oh,
that a structure check on that?
No, it had just crossed over. It has only it has less than half of its life left from its structure, though.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I can't see the bars on it for whatever reason. I think middle man.
Oh, really?
Covering. There's no bars.
Oh,
on
shit!
Hillbilly,
I
yeah.
fucked
I don't see
up.
the bar either, so.
Y'all should have been able to see these bars the whole time. That was my bad.
Yeah.
Ah,
Okay.
I just
I
thought
overlooked
like we
that.
weren't supposed to know what the HP was.
Nah,
Yeah,
that one
yeah.
you should know.
Okay. Well, I do take an additional difficulty for this because I core siphoned. So I would have +1 for that. So I think this actually ends up being 0 bonus on this DMR. So I'm gonna go ahead and fire that as well. Dang.
You can reroll once per turn, I think, can't you?
Oh yeah,
That's fine.
right, on any rifle, and that's a rifle. Great.
Yeah.
Let me pull that back up. Right, Death's Head, the thing it does.
That hits.
Okay, great. All right. Well, those
And
were
There we go.
there it is.
okay. Great. And then I'm gonna move the fuck away from here because fuck these bugs. We don't have an answer for this, and I'm not gonna help anymore. See y'all at the ship. Take it easy. Where can these things move? Can they move 6 or less than
They
me?
can move 2.
2
That's it.
per action
Great.
of the queen.
See-
So 4 is your
Take it easy,
save
everybody.
zone.
See you back at the ship. Moral hazard out. Good night.
And now do an engineering check to see if you clear the burn.
This is not a save, so you don't get the
It's just a
difficulty from impaired.
regular.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot to do that last turn.
hey, by the way, boys, did you ever use that?
I did not.
Okay,
Okay.
refunded. Got it. Make a
Yep,
note.
it's
15.
back to you.
Fire doused.
Am I
All
good?
right.
Okay.
You've managed to sweep off the bees.
Great.
Doc, I forgot to do the burn stuff last turn. That gives me 2 heat damage and 2 damage, right?
Just 2 burn. Just 2
Just 2
damage.
burn?
It
Okay.
doesn't,
Just
do,
regular
it doesn't give you any
damage.
heat. Yeah.
Okay.
Did you
And
roll?
do I need to make a save to get rid of it?
Yes, you have to roll an engineering save
Uh,
to purge your poison.
that had a difficulty. I don't know if that was accurate.
It doesn't, but that was a 9.
you would've failed
without
anyway.
it. So,
Okay,
yeah.
that's fine.
Well, yes.
Also, I forgot to do the additional gunshot I was supposed to do with the pistol against the queen, but whatever.
Feel free to do that now.
That shouldn't have a difficulty on it either. Why do I have that on? I gotta turn that off. None. There we go.
That does hit, and that does do the damage.
Cool. That's an extra, what?
2 damage.
2 damage? Nice.
All right, now it's my turn again. Let me see here. Let me see if I fail to regenerate this finally. Nope, I got it back again. So that's fun.
50.
Go ahead and,
50 split.
Boy 1 directly on top of you. as you are the threat in front of me now. And let's
Makes
see
sense.
here. Yeah, and then I'm also going to go and use my Hunter Killer Nexus to attack you. This is against your E defense. That definitely hits.
What if we
My
just
E
made
defense
the,
sucks. It's 8.
what if we just
Yeah.
detonate the core of the station and just be done
All right.
with this?
So you take an additional 3 burn.
I feel
So
like
you're now up to
destroying the
5
core
burn.
at this point is a similar amount of effort to destroying the queen.
So 5 burn then. Okay.
Mhm. You take the 3 damage from the burn that you just took right now immediately, and and then at the end of your next turn, you take it unless you purge it, is the idea. The burn stacks up, and it only gives you a chance to like stack up and do more damage if you fail the check to remove it at the end. All
I
right.
see. So like I could do my turn and then do the check, or I could just purge.
Yeah,
Okay.
that counts too. All right. That's my turn. So all y'all got to go now. From like, I don't have anything else to do. There's no other threats aside from
Alright,
the queen.
so
I'll probably go last, so everybody else go first.
move
Yeah.
to here, boost
My turn's not
to
going to be
get
impressive, so.
over there. And alright, so I'm now in sensor's range of the queen, but I don't have regular line of sight.
I will tell you
So-
right now, this is a biological target. It does not take heat damage.
It can still be locked onto, so let's just do
Yes.
that with a quick attack
could be
while I'm
useful.
standing here.
Oh, and also heat, if I remember right,
Heat becomes
energy
energy
damage
damage on
yes.
bio targets.
hmm Yeah, so you've locked
Yeah,
onto
so
it,
that's
and
me.
then
Just move, boost, lock. That's my
Okay.
turn.
I believe middle
Yeah.
management blues and on front of the plaza get to go. You
Um,
started your turn in this. You have to make me a structure check as you go
Okay,
down to
so-
0.
Yeah, first of all, I go to 0.
Mhm.
0 is not the same as like resetting, right? Like you have to take one more.
No, that's
remember.
0 does reset for this. It's going
does,
over
okay.
your heat that you need to do for the
Oh,
other one.
that's the one. Okay. So
Yeah,
I'll do that.
when we're-
Structure check, right? Let me do this.
Just give me a d6 and I
Uh,
can tell you exactly what it does.
3.
All right, roll me another d6. All right, so
2.
one of your all weapons on one of your mounts of your choice is destroyed.
I guess we're going with the flex. Goodbye, assault rifle.
There you go. Okay.
They ate your gun.
My gun. Okay, so I'm immobilized, impaired, and shredded. With burn 5 because I got another burn 2 from these things, right?
You've had better days.
Yeah. So here's the thing about stabilizing. I can only remove one condition, which would include, burn or impair or immobilize or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So if I stabilize and remove the burn, I'm immobilized and I can't move, so it doesn't really matter. I
Well,
just get burned again next
You
turn.
still get the check
it
to
goes
try and
down.
unburn at the end of your turn.
Well, I wouldn't have burn because you're just saying like if I don't.
Yeah, like if
Okay.
you leave the burn there,
Right.
you've taken the
You-
damage already.
Yeah.
Yeah, you make the check that we've all been making.
The other problem is that my assault rifle's gone now, so I can't range attack anyway. Other than my crappy little Nexus pistol. So like I don't really have a good turn here either, but I should probably move away from this thing.
Yeah, like put your legs back on and start walking towards
Yeah.
the victory condition.
So I'm gonna stabilize and get rid of the immobilize for the turn. Keep the burn 5, I guess. And then for my movements, I have 7. So I can go here. And then I could shoot it with my Nexus, I guess, still, just to try and get some damage in.
Sure.
One second, I'm just reading something. Okay, I only get the Blade Master from a main melee, which I can't deal. Okay. We'll just shoot it with the Nexus.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I do have difficulty 1, though, still, because of Impaired.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You still hit it.
I was about to say you could have consumed a lock-on on it, but you didn't need to, so
coulda,
that's
yeah.
good.
It was low
what
damage
it's worth-
anyway, so...
Its E defense is actually better than its evasion. But even still, that still hit.
And it is currently within... Oh, actually, it is within my warp range.
Technically, no, it doesn't. Because you're on this one.
Oh, I'm on this one in the back. Okay.
Yes.
It's one
you're-
away then. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So in that case, that's that. And then I guess, what's the save versus the burn? To like try and drop it?
Engineering.
It's not a save. It's just an engineering check. Try to make it a 10 or better.
Okay.
You're good. Your burn is cleared.
Okay. And then I drop the other status effects at the end of my turn, so.
Mhm.
Okay, done.
There you go. All right. So non-refundable deposit is the last thing to act.
It's gonna be a lot of running. If newbie's here.
Oh, hi. Sorry, I zoned out.
I like
It's
to run
just-
through the lightning
Why?
because you can.
You want to come hang out with Moral Hazard as we beat cheeks? Fuck this bug shit.
Newbie, you should go up to the sauna. The hot room.
Why? Everybody
Go to the hot room.
Everybody except Gibraltar has suggested things that's just like, why though? There's no reason.
Yeah, I like how everyone's like, get closer. Do you guys not have the bug handled? I guess, all right.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah,
you don't
but-
have the bug handled.
The main thing I'm thinking could be done by the two who are stuck at the back here is if you could get outside, if either of you can get on the roof and go around these bugs.
I mean,
Yeah,
just
there's
a
no
hole
hole
right
over
like-
here.
over here.
That would
There are
take
a
like
couple
40
of
turns.
holes. There are a couple
Yeah.
of holes in the ship.
It would still take like 40 turns of movement.
The problem is there's no hole over. I guess there's this one right here.
Yeah.
It,
Well,
it-
unless it's,
if you get
it's,
over
it's
here,
in
you're already close
transmission when
enough
we're
to fight the bug.
outside. It's still not terribly relevant.
yeah, there's no real reason that I see to go outside, and especially
We're
for
not
me to
fast
go
enough,
outside is I'm very slow, so me going outside is like,
All right.
well, I'll be there in 3 turns, literally 3 turns. I would have to end in the bugs.
That's the other thing, yeah. Like, again, like, it's to the point that, yeah, either of us going in is just really ill-advised. And
that
they're
case-
in
You're
front of us,
resistant
so
to
we
the
can't really
bugs.
do anything.
What's your sensor range?
Me?
There's another generic tool that everyone has is bolstering. Quick tech action. You give somebody within sensor range 2 accuracy on their next skill or save.
Yeah, that'd be real nice.
If you just stay within sensor range of the folks who are going in,
You know what? Whatever.
back us
I take half damage. I taunt the bugs and say, "Hey, come on, fucker, come eat this," to this set of bugs over here as I walk over this
My
way.
shorts.
My shorts, yeah.
Why
As-
not? That sounds fine.
As I walk over here, and I'm gonna say because middle management actually has a weapon destroyed, that probably pushing up daisies has the best bet in doing damage here. I'm gonna bolster daisies.
So that's +2 accuracy till the end of my turn?
to your next skill check or saving throw.
I see.
So, for example, to putting out fire, if nothing else.
Yeah. Given that you're gonna really want that, you're at 5 if I remember right.
You are very covered in beasts right now.
Yeah,
And
but
actually,
I could also
wait.
roll the dice on the 50-50 check and...
Everything that they do just happens, right?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
like the initial damage from the bugs, it just happens. There's no save. There's nothing you can do about
If
it.
you
correct?
start in the zone, then yes, you take the 2 burn. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm initially looking at, okay, becoming a fortress does not give me any more resistance. I was gonna just like go into the corner here and become a fortress. Just be like, come get some.
Just pull the bugs. For what it's worth, I think most of us are out of bug range at this point, except for you and Daisy's.
Claims.
Barely, yeah. Well, you already taunted those bugs.
Three
So
of
what
us
they gonna
are
do,
about to
ignore you?
slam into the queen, who is not spec for melee
Yeah.
fight.
All right, yeah,
Exactly.
that's my turn. I move over here. I yell at the bugs. I give a buff.
I think, is that everybody then? I believe.
Yep.
Looks like
That
so.
ends the
Round
Queen's
5
turn.
begins.
Queen turn 1.
Queen is go. I'm gonna continue to roll hot fire.
Please no.
Yes.
God damn it.
Fuck
I
off,
have
bugs.
reloaded this
Can,
every
can
turn
the
except for
Black
one.
Queen at least be less of a coward and stand in the open?
And this is a 50-50 chance of recovery or not. So I have rolled a 50-50, I want to say 7 times in a row, basically.
Damn, seems like that shouldn't be RNG, huh?
All right, I'm going to go ahead and put it, yeah, sounds like on Middle Management Blues. And then I'm going to go ahead and continue to Drone Barrage.
The fact that it's renewable
Unaccounted.
and unbreakable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Together, those
It's a
feel
lot.
like a step
Correct.
too far for a feature.
Correct. Yeah, it gums up the game a little much.
Renewable, unbreakable, and mobile. Like, pick
Unavoidable.
2 of those
too.
3.
Yeah, guaranteed damage.
For what
as
it's worth,
well.
the
Yeah.
mobile is a thing that is a optional quality that I gave it. And I am aware now that maybe I should not have. But
You have created a
the-
powerful foe.
yes. Boop.
Covered in
Boop.
bees.
Dr. Bees.
That should be over here. Boop.
That too. You could also reload and opt to not deploy them.
There were a cap on the number of available bees.
Chad has a good point. Yeah.
It, in fact, says that you can deploy as many as you want. That's just how it's written.
This feels like this should have limited something.
8 on your E defense. I believe that hits you, Boix.
I have a 7, yeah.
Yeah, so an additional 3 burn.
I'm just
All right.
wondering. Like Clarkson rolled a 20 on hack at the beginning of this mission. What did we have to roll to disable the cameras? If a 20 of specifically
Doing a
break
quick tech
cameras
attack
doesn't do
against
it.
the cameras, basically.
Okay, I guess I didn't know that was an option. Where are
At
the,
the time,
cameras?
I was not thinking the cameras would be used against us.
Fair, yeah. It seems like that just means there was no actual way to stop it. Because there's no way we would have guessed we had to
Yeah,
disable
I
cameras.
guess that would be the other thing, if you had, like, placed camera objects on the map.
Yeah,
That's fair.
So we
That
didn't
was
know
a
Keep in
mistake of
mind that
mine.
this is an idea.
Mhm.
So is the queen done then?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of elect that I do my turn because I can probably
Yeah,
do some
yeah,
damage
Rip and
here.
tear.
Yeah.
So I get +2 accuracy on the next thing. I'm just gonna kind of roll the bones at the end of this and hope that I pass the whole save because I want this to hit a lot. So instead, we're going to attack it with the grenade launcher I got, which is a
Oh,
critical.
that ultra hits. That's a critical hit, yeah.
So it
So
takes.
go ahead and roll your additional 2d6 to see if you do even more damage. Yeah, you do 11, and you do 14 instead with that.
Okay, so that's 14. Since it's also critical, it gets knocked back 3.
Yep,
I
and it's
also get
going to
to
get
move.
hit into a wall.
Yep. I move myself up 3 out of the cloud, so it takes an additional.
Additional 3 damage as well.
And then you have to roll for the whole save to see if it's in another 1d6.
I also need to roll a structure check real quick. All right, so also that will destroy a system and I wonder which
Please be the
system I'm
bees.
going to be destroying.
Please get rid of these bees.
The
It's the
fucking
bees. Yes.
Thank the Lord.
And then all the bees explode and are gone.
More or less, yes, actually. They disperse as they're no longer being controlled.
Get out of here, bees.
Please delete
Yeah,
RazorSwarm.jpg forever.
As well, to be like getting ahead of things into the feedback phase. Execution-wise, on our part, maybe we should have prioritized running past the mechs into the queen. We did kind of stop and fight everything else first, instead of trying to go for the goal.
But he said like the bees were indestructible, so I was like, I don't know, maybe I should go after the mix.
So, yeah, it was just like, fuck, I guess we deal with the other threats, yeah, because they were just unanswerable. So it was like, well, I guess we just get rid of everything else, because if we tried to fight the mechs and also we're dealing with the bees at the same time.
The problem for me is
Especially when the line cannon was threatening to kill any of us at any time.
The cannon was the bigger threat at the time of like, well, I'm the defensive mech, so I gotta get in there and defend.
Yeah, it's real easy to say ignore the mechs when the thing that has a fucking size 4 super cannon is gone.
So it missed the save for the whole check there.
Yeah, it's prone.
Okay, and so it took an additional 1d6.
It did. Yep, they did 3 more damage.
Okay, I also get the fireman pistol at it too.
Mm-hmm. That is also a crit.
Hell yeah. And then let's see. I gotta think about this. The cannon, which is a first skirmish attack. The pistol's a free action. The move is a free action. I can do a shotgun now. I'm gonna consume the lock-on there, and so this is with an accuracy 1 on an inaccurate weapon. That's also a crit.
And it's going to kill it, so you don't have to continue to roll.
So I just walked to this thing, blew it up with a grenade launcher, just blew its head off. So that's pretty great. Calaman's pretty awesome once you get close to things.
Nice. You do what I do to them, but you're close when I'm very far away.
Pretty much.
Cool.
It's got to be more ridiculous than when we go up next license level, and I can do the Titan Mancy mesh, which means like I could do ridiculous knockbacks. Like knockback 8.
So you've crushed the queen into the dirt, in whatever dirt that would be. It's actually like uranium dust, which is not exactly the best thing to be around. That
I'm in a suit.
And it is fully just you.
Okay, hold on, back up a second. You're barely in a suit.
It's a pretty cool looking suit.
It's
looks like
that.
at this point.
It's battle armor.
All right. Well, the damage has been done. You've destroyed my baby. Congratulations. My baby might have been a little overtuned. I understand that now.
It was fine. I just got confused with the bug swarm.
It was good. I think the bugs were more just like very obnoxious.
They're annoying mechanically. Yeah.
I
understand.
Everything else was tight though, and the threats were good. Me getting clocked in the back of the head, it was a calculated risk, and I paid.
Yeah.
The beam was very good.
The beam was good. The bonus boy in the back with an axe that snuck up. That's great stuff. The Goliath, I don't know what it was supposed to do, but I got
Blow that guy up.
For what it's worth, the Goliath's main thing is that it's very large. That's literally the main thing it does. It provides
its
cover
job
the same
was
way.
to block the space between the 2 electric fields. That's what. It did.
He picked up his boy. He picked up his
Also
baby
that.
boy that you then
He
immediately
helped
destroyed
his
the
son
weapon
when
of
he
and
fell
didn't
down.
do anything.
In retrospect, I feel bad for the Goliath.
Yeah, as a whole, like, the encounter works better. Like, less stronger enemies are better than more weaker enemies, in my opinion.
They were way more threatening overall. Like, even when we focused fire, we weren't instantly taking out the big threat, right? Like, you could still fire back.
So, for complete explanation, what went mechanically behind this, the queen actually started out with 3 structure at the start of this, and I decided since you literally went and destroyed every mech, I brought it down to 2 instead. If you would actually went and rushed the queen, it actually would have deactivated all the mechs when you killed it. I didn't tell you this because
I figured as much. Like, my original plan was to rush the thing, but once you put the bees in the hallway and said they were indestructible, I was like, oh, I don't know if I should do that.
I maybe like over.
Yeah,
that is
when
how
you
the
put
bees
them
work.
down,
That's what I didn't I didn't
Yeah.
made a mistake of how they're deployed or how they're used or
Yeah,
anything.
when you
But
explained them, it just sounded way more threatening than they actually were. So I think we like went out of our way to dodge them when we could have just powered through them.
We're still
Yes.
early in the campaign, and like encounter balance is going to be a problem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I maybe was not I was not clear enough with what they did. Is maybe the number one thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that all the bugs are dead, I guess we
That's
fulfilled our mission.
job complete. You're
Yup.
good.
Mission accomplished.
And then the core goes critical, and we have to escape the space station. Time bomb
for
set.
what
Make
it's
your
worth-
escape.
The hot room also, if you did fuck with it, if you did decide you wanted to get in there and like destroy the things over here, that actually would have also worked.
Blowing up the
Like
station.
I had a
Figured that
couple
would
of
be an
things
option.
about.
Oh yeah.
I
dealing
was
with all
thinking
this.
that maybe that would do it, but I wasn't sure, so I didn't mess it.
I'm gonna put on my
Also, I don't
dangerous glasses.
I
Looks
don't
like
know
we're
if we
going
got
to
a
have to
pass
jump.
I don't know if we got a pass to blow the damn thing up either.
Yeah,
It feels like if it feels like if they were cool with us just blowing the ship up, they would have already just
The
blown
contract
the ship up.
said investigate incident, neutralize
Yeah.
threat. They are not paying me nuclear repair bill rates for this mission. So no, it's fine.
It would have been at least an hour of forms though.
New-
Like
Hearth Walnut definitely would not have enjoyed doing that though, because that's a lot of unnecessary damage.
Paperwork, y'all, please.
Hearth would have to deal with it. He'd have to deal with all of that paperwork.
Should we like
Yeah.
try salvaging any of these mechs, or are they all just way destroyed at this
Oh
point?
no! Actually, almost all of those mechs they got destroyed in lighter, normal ways. You could salvage all of them.
Because
Yeah.
I mean, like that one had a decent hacking thing, and maybe you can get like the shooty cannon for the death head or something.
Well, you can't salvage them that way. But like, you know, just from a flavor standpoint, you could definitely bring them with you.
Sure, I guess. Load them up into the shuttle.
This is what the reserve system is for. We have a fresh pile of junk to rifle through.
Oh yeah,
during the
sure. If
short
you want to grab
rest.
some reserves from it, yeah, all right. Because you'll have a short rest between this and next encounter and everything, which probably will have no problem with running next week.
The
Sure.
only character
Have-
resource I spent was 1 tick of overcharge, which I feel means that I underperformed. I wasn't getting swung at more.
I overcharged on
Gotta
like
get in
turn
there.
1.
Didn't
Are
use
we
any
gonna
wrench
do-
ammo.
Are we gonna do downtime now or next session?
Short rest downtime. You can do it the start of next session. I'd recommend that honestly because
Yeah,
we are at
that'll,
midnight.
that'll
at this
make more
point.
sense.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Next time, rescue allies under fire, something or other. I don't know. We were.
I'm not sure. What,
We
yeah, I
could
kind of
turn
lost the
bees
lead
real.
on this one, squad.
All right,
Bees
yeah, let me
real.
actually quickly describe what that is. I did write that down. Sorry.
Space bees are real. We have
The
proof.
space bees are real.
Yeah, did we take pictures of the space bees? Because I'm sure we could get some
Absolutely.
pretty
You
cool
get-
news footage.
You were definitely going to get some news footage for this, like a news coverage, that having discovered these bees because they're definitively proven to exist now.
I feel the space Greenpeace is probably gonna come after me for absolutely decimating this bee. I want to deal with that.
Desperos, Andalou, and Desperos, Storm, and Twin Free are all stuck on the planet's surface, pinned in place by hostiles from a different mission that they were doing. Like, for them, it was a completely different thing that had nothing to do with anything going on. They're just like dealing with a local shitty gang or something down there, right? And the thing is that they've been pinned down in place. They actually are handling the situation surprisingly well, but they're pinned, but they can't leave the planet and are stuck outside of Safe Harbor, as in outside of the safety domes that you can live on Ultra Florida down there.
Wait, so why
The
are we
reason-
on this ship?
Oh,
was
this
on
is
the way.
this was a separate thing along the way that you were also going to
Oh,
do.
this
was
was just
all-
a side mission. Okay. Okay, this was just a side mission. Okay, cool. I was really confused how the space bees related to the khaki gang problem.
Well,
I was
you
like,
see,
are they
do.
using the bees?
You see, we got in the spaceship on the way to the main story mission, and on the way there was an exclamation point over here, and we were like, "Ooh, side quest!"
This
Hey, can we
this,
capture one harmless space bee in a jar, the baby,
Yeah.
and take it home?
for what it's
Great.
worth, all of those
The baby.
swarms, they're still alive. They're just not swarming anymore because they're not being directly controlled by the queen.
Now let's bottle some
So-
of these.
Let's actually do a
You can
hack
have
to see if
bottles
you
of
can
bees.
control the bees.
You don't
So-
hack bees, or do you?
You can tell them
might
to do
hack
things.
So the other thing, explanation. This mining station is in orbit around the planet that they're like currently held up on. And the thing is, I literally asked y'all last time at the end of the last session of like, hey, which of these two would you prefer to do first? And in the end, it was actually chosen to do this one first instead of the
It was
more
on the
time
way!
sensitive one.
Yeah, it was on the
Yeah.
way.
On the way to Florida.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We stopped at the world's largest ball of yarn.
And it's
All
covered
right,
in
well.
bees.
It's covered in bees.
That's a Sam and Max joke or something.
The
Yeah,
problem was
shouldn't
not
be-
made better by the addition of yet further bees.
Should be no problem with running this next week. Like I said, it will be the other encounter as described when I randomly rolled for them live. I'm probably not going to randomly roll for them live next time, but I probably will continue to use that generator. It's actually pretty good at generating good ideas.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems to be getting some hits.
Next time,
All right.
Florida.
Florida.
Oh, Florida.
Finally,
save
the
your
only place my
teammates.
gun is actually, the only place my rifles are actually legal.
Finally going to be able to save your teammates from little old ladies from Florida.
If you don't have these mechs in the upcoming campaign in little golf carts, I'm gonna be real sad.
All right.
Next time.
Have a good one, everybody.